Hey, look. Labels blowing up my line and got me missing calls. Told her you ain't gotta hit me till you licking balls. Feel like ZVF, baby, I be cooler than the mink weather. Make a Coke bottle, give me brain till I think better. Back up on my shit again, hanging out with Benjamin. Franklin got me stankin' in the Lincoln, talking dividends. Look at what we did again, brought the water dipping in. Down in Texas on them elbows where your digits been. All these niggas pussy, I can smell it through the audio. Lapping everybody got me working on my cardio. Party over daddy home, creeping out the caddy comb. Straight from underground, I got these motherfuckers Maddie on. I been kick pushing on my grind since the pro skate. I don't fuck with niggas, you would figure that I'm pro hate. Chillin' in the cut like a scab, ready to peel niggas. You ain't gotta like it, I promise you gotta deal with us. Used to be friendly, I'm off that and I'm on business. All I've been seeing is flawed jewelry and fake digits. So when I tell them I'm the coldest, it ain't superstition. Every time you see me, you gon' find me in a new position, nigga. Fuck you mean? Look, ain't had to tell them I'm the truth, I think they knew it. Don't like to talk about the shit, I like to do it. So why these other niggas hungry going through it? You see me thumbing through these hundreds, getting to it. Ain't had to tell them I'm the truth, I think they knew it. Don't like to talk about that shit, I like to do it. So why these other niggas hungry going through it? You see me thumbing through these hundreds, getting to it. I told her fuck a fat ass, do you have meg knees? I'ma need that right after the head, please. Bet your bitch leave way before my bread leave. Got them Googling the caption tryna see who said these. Tell these hateful motherfuckers I've been choosing love. It's the God, baby, tell me really who's above. These niggas washed and always talking what it used to was. Meanwhile I'm raising up them digits like the booster club. I'm in my finest hour, hit the shower, fuck her for one. Doing push-ups, running laps around the comfortable ones. I be coolin', I be chillin', I be fucking with fun, but check the trophy case. I can't find nothing you done. Need Huxtable funds. Bitch, you either with it or you in the way. Making money been the play. Ain't looking for no friend today. I just came to kindergarten. I do not intend to stay. Look you in the eyes and let you know that's what I meant to say. Ain't had to tell them I'm the truth. I think they knew it. Don't like to talk about the shit. I like to do it. So why these other niggas hungry going through it? You see me thumbing through these hundreds, getting to it. Ain't had to tell them I'm the truth. I think they knew it. Don't like to talk about that shit, I like to do it. So why these other niggas hungry going through it? You see me thumbing through these hundreds, getting to it. You would figure that I don't fuck with niggas.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me take down this banner right quick. Hold on. Oh, shit. I'm not going to be able to give it up like I usually do because I got people coming through here. Water company, gas company, internet company, you name it. When this house took a direct strike the other day, everything fell apart. But anyway, what's happening? YouTube cameras is in the building. Oh, my. Sparkles, what it do? Lady V, RY, YouTube. You said the title, Pastor about to drop down. You never know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he might not. I think that he's rattled. I'm like, man, I'll play the short for y'all. They got him all up in arms, but I will explain a little bit before we go into that. But don't worry, I'm not going to talk about anything else other than what's in the title. And the majority of it, obviously, is Jay Wilson. I don't know if he heard me over at Bizarro's or, I mean, Room Checker didn't really say anything either, but he just, I mean, he lost it today. I was like, are you okay? But anyway, I'm like, damn, I got to wake up to somebody sending me that message right away. Okay. What up, Ms. Senator? What up, the purse is closed? I've been missing everything. I know I haven't seen you around here in a while. The purse is closed. But anyway, let's go right into it, right? So Jay Wilson was in, I don't know what was going on because I made a short. We're going to play that real quick so we can really break this down because apparently the LGBTQIA community is being used at his convenience. And what do I mean by that? So as straight people, like I was talking about at Bizarros, as straight people, it's like if we avoid the community, we're homophobic. But when we come around, it's like who asked you to be around? You know what I'm saying? Like it's so hypocritical. It's like you're not welcome to be around. You're not welcome to not be around. So it's crazy to me. We're homophobic if we're not around, but if we're around, we're doing too much. So that's exactly what the thing is. I'm gonna play the short right away because I don't want anybody to miss it because this relates directly to what we got going on, and then we'll talk about the stereotypes. We'll also talk about I'm always respectful, and then we'll talk about it's just YouTube. I had no idea that Jay Wilson couldn't be trolled. Oh my God. I do it to everybody. Are you like calm down? So anyway, I was being funny. All right, let me make this a little bit bigger, y'all. Hold on. And you let me know out of the LGBTQIA community whether this is a problem. All right. Let's see here. Let me play it right now. Now, be patient. It's very, very short, but it's funny. So I left it, I left it organic. So didn't do edits and shit like that. So I'm gonna play it, and please tell me, y'all, what this has to do with the LGBTQIA community. Why is that being used as a convenience? Like, okay, I can't just say, hey, my name is Jay Wilson. I'm annoyed with what he did, XYZ. It's got to be, hey, this is Jay Wilson. We didn't come get him. We didn't, tell him to talk about the LGBTQIA. We didn't tell him to surround himself around us. I don't need to be told anything. I've said 100,000 times the same thing over and over and over again about the community, but then you take it and use it as like an equalizer for your argument. But let's watch this, and please, I don't want anybody to be on my side. I don't want anybody to be on Jay Wilson's side more than the other. Watch this objectively, and please tell me how this makes a straight man attack the LGBTQIA community. All right, let's go. Hold on. Hold on a second. There we go. All right. He went to two talent shows. He's beef sector, right? He went to Room Shakers. He didn't get a prize, right? And then he took his happy ass over there to Lemons and started singing and shit. When remember, you must do. He went to two talent shows. He went to two talent shows. He's beef sector, right? He went to Room Shakers. He didn't get a prize, right? And then he took his happy ass over there to Lemons and started singing and shit. When remember his talent show?
Oh my God, I forgot all about that
He
night. He
sang
did two
twice
talent
in
shows.
one night. He did two talent shows and went home with Nathan.
Oh damn! I don't know why I thought he was.
He's supposed to be the choir director. I mean, he needs to play the organ and not sing ever. But
He does play keys, I think.
okay, well, don't sing, just play. Okay, because he went singing his ass off at Room Shakers. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, please stop. Like, I was praying to whoever for him to stop singing. But then when he went over to he went over to 11, he was being serious about it. He was hitting the high notes, he was hitting the low notes, he had that hat on. I mean, he was going. You know what I'm saying? And
Y'all
then
see what y'all started.
and then he didn't win a prize at either of them. And he went and talked the choir into putting his
See what you see. This is why I say y'all. And now I got to deal with this.
he
See?
he went. The choir said you could have this house if your ass stopped singing.
Whoever stirred envy back up.
I'm sorry.
I
No,
hope
I'm
you
not
choke in your
sorry,
sleep.
but I'm not.
I hope spit go down the wrong pipe
I'm
when you
not
sleep.
sorry. I'm not. Oh, you do?
Whoever stirred you back up, yes.
He went to two talent shows. He's beef sector, right? So basically, what I was talking about there, I don't know if y'all remember back when Room Shaker had her talent show and then Lemon had his talent show. They were back to back. So all I was talking about is that Jay Wilson got all, ready to go. He was hitting all the notes. He was doing his thing or whatever, but then he lost to Room Shakers. Okay, that's a fact. And then he brought his happy ass over to Lemons and he sang again. And all I said was he was super serious about that when he was singing and doing his thing. And it has absolutely nothing to do with going after the LGBTQIA community. I don't understand. So the first thing for the for the supporters, the audience, the haters, or whatever, did anybody hear anything in that clip that attacked a community? Or not wanting to be around or wanting to be around or anything like that. Like, why can't things be just between two men? Like Jay Wilson asked me one time, he was like, hey, that masculinity, we've had that around before or whatnot. We've had that around here before. So are you gonna come through here and act like you're better than us, this and that? I'm like, bruh. I said nothing makes you stronger or weaker because of your preference. I said you're still a man. Always been supportive, always been, on the side of the ally, I guess you can call it, right? But then it's just crazy to me because and then I have to correct people all the time. When they come through here, like a Tulsa or somebody like that, when they come through here, they have to say some wild ass shit, whether it be in the comments, they just kind of throw it in there to the mix. We could be talking about anything, and then all of a sudden it goes to let's make this straight man feel uncomfortable. I'm like, okay. So, like, one of the things I have to say is, what if we had straight month? Like, there would be an uproar. Like, I think it's Pride Month right now. What if we had straight month? You know what I'm saying? And I said last night at Pizarro's, I said, no disrespect, but just as much as it is okay to be gay, it should be just as much okay to be straight. I don't get it because I mean, just covers yourself. Don't use a whole community to back you up. I don't get it. What'd you say? You said the chat stirred up Envy's petty side. Oh yeah, you guys said I'm stuffed up. I am stuffed up because I had to go outside and replace. I had to go outside and replace the electric outlet and all that other shit. We got hit directly to this damn house. So hey, it is what it is. I'm very allergic to freaking pretty much everything. So you know what I mean? You're right. My voice is jacked up and raspy. But what's up, Shaka Zulu? How you doing? Oh shit. How you doing? I appreciate you leaving a comment. Belinda, below the description. Hopefully I got back to you fast enough. And also thank you for dropping down in the chat. I know you're new around here, at least for dropping down. So now that you guys have seen that clip, don't you think that also like goes into the stereotypes of people that are gay? And what I mean by that is, okay, this is just stereotypes. This isn't envy, like saying that stuff. But I said doing stuff like that basically puts fuel on the fire, right? I know I'm not tripping, about what straight men and women, try to push. And some of the things that straight people like myself try to push. Well, I don't, but I'm just saying straight people in general. They say whiny, they say dramatic, they say emotional roller coaster, and they say that that community feels like they're better than us because they can have a parade and their own month and things like that, right? And then we demand respect but don't get it back, right? So as I said, like, why does it have to be like you trolled me and now I feel horrible, and now that I feel horrible about it, I have to rally the community? I just don't get it. Chat, if you have anything to say about any of this situation, I know y'all go off sometimes. Damn. Ugh, damn, allergies jack me up. But anyway, Am I saying anything wrong? Because I don't want to end this live and then people say, "Oh, you're homophobic." Oh my God, you're talking about the community. Oh no, I'm just defending the fact that we can do what we want as well. We can go where we want, but it's about being respectful. Like we had a talk on Pizarro's men's panel last night. And we were very, very clear. It went literally around the table to straight men. It was literally like, I'm not going to talk to you about the ways of my preferences. As I said, again, your preferences doesn't make you any weaker. It doesn't make you anything. As I said, you're still a man, or anybody else who's in that community, right? But I was like, okay, the only thing I asked for is they probably don't want to hear about what I do romantically with women, right? I don't want to hear what they do romantically with their partner. That's all I ask. I got one rule. Let's be respectful of the comfort zone of the community that you choose to be a part of. That's it. So, are there any gay people out there that are going to use the community against me when I troll them? like we act like I just started creating content yesterday and that y'all haven't seen me jack up some people. I say he's DoorDash, he gets mad. I say he's Uber, he gets mad. I say that he's only he's always talking about I'm only here for the coin. And then when I say, hey, why are you spending all that damn gas money driving around? You got to put your whole AdSense check in the gas tank. You know what I mean? I'm just playing. Golly, but this third time, I'm pretty sure by the time he's done for the day, he goes live 15 times a day. So I'm pretty sure it's going to happen that I am. Oh my God, I'm so against everybody. And Jesus Christ, why does he have to say something? Because I talk about everybody. I don't care if you're gay, straight, bad, woman, whatever. I'm going to talk about you. We all know this. I'm an equal opportune I'm an equal opportunity agitator. You said the man's panel was pretty good. It was. I wish we could have been able to dive into some other issues or whatever, but I believe Pizarro said there's going to be like a part two. So, we'll go with that. I think there should be a part two because there were, a few more things that we needed to cover. Malik blew his top, right in the middle of the conversation. Malik was like, rah, 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 rah. And if you say something wrong to Malik, you gotta tiptoe around him. Because if you say something about Malik, he's gonna be like, all right, my guy, all right, my guy. You got it. You got it. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down, my guy. You got it, my guy. And it's like, bro, you don't have to run and leave just because we're not having the same opinion. A round table is supposed to be more of a debate because if we all had the same if we all had the same beliefs and the same way of living our lives, why have a damn round table? Why not just have one of us there to represent the male population? Hold on one second. Hold on one second. As I said, I got pretty much everybody coming to the house today. It's crazy. I had to open up the door, but then thank God I got backup internet, so I don't have to go upstairs and open up the damn door. Would you say someone, little Mama Obama bestie, told me to post you again? Oh, geez. What'd you do this time? What'd you do this time with RY? You on a plane? You going to London? What happened? Bum that pumpkin. Listen, and I'm not even here really to like drag Jay Wilson or whatever because we went like 10 steps back and then 9 steps forward. So I'm not trying to go 3 or more steps backwards at all. I just think that this goes well with why in the hell is it so horrible to be straight? I mean, I don't get it. And as I said, if we had straight days, straight month, or whatever, we would be persecuted for the rest of our lives. What's up, Honey Love? And what is up, Donna Hughes? Hold on, y'all. I'm tired of sound like this. One second. Damn, don't go outside and do DIY projects when when the allergies, the pollen, and all that shit's flying all over the place. What'd you say, Barn Dog? All right, next time you take a picture with Biggie, step on the oxygen cord. Oh my God, not step on the oxygen cord. Oh Jesus! I mean, but he's got that super duper big tank that he has to roll around and shit like that. I don't think Noble is that far gone with his breathing machine. But yeah, definitely if you step on his dead, oh my gosh, you're gonna make him hyperventilate, Barn Dog. What up, Charlie? How you doing? Little Mama Obama, what it do? I sound like not on my watch. What how? How the hell do I sound like not on my watch, Barn Dog? There's Tiffany. What's going on, Tiffany? Hopefully you're having a great day. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. You are doing your marketing thing, and I think it's awesome. Let's see here. Honey Love, I said, what's up to you? What'd you say? I got that same problem going on at Envy, and it's been raining here. Yeah, the lightning literally struck the side of the house. I mean, it messed up everything. Even the neighbor, it knocked down all of his what you call it, breakers and everything like that. So I had to have so many people come out, AT&T, the gas company, the water company, and just everybody you could think of to try to get the house back together. But hey, I'm trying. What'd you say, Charlie? Oh yeah, hey, Barn Dog, you guys are talking to each other. But anyway, all right. So let me go a little bit deeper into it. As I said, if you guys saw that clip, I haven't seen in the chat at all whatsoever. Me making that clip is homophobic or against the community or something like that. Like, what is Envy doing? We didn't go get him. We didn't go looking for him. Okay, well, here the community is in here. I'm not saying everybody, but enough of people in the community is in here. If they saw the short, hey, does anybody think that has something to do? Does anybody think that they have something to do against the community? That's what I want to know. And that's so far. What's up, Lolo? Lolo, I appreciate you for the redirect. Thank you. I did get your text. I don't know if I got it late. Because obviously you can hear my voice right now, my nasal passages. I was outside, in that pollen. So hopefully, I sent the message back to you on time. Lightning scares me. Yeah. Yeah. Lightning is kind of, I don't know. There's a good and an evil to it. To me, it's relaxing, to be honest with you. I love storms, but yeah, as I said, it tore up the whole house. You're welcome, but thank you, Lolo. Thanks again. But does anybody think that either the stereotypes or utilizing the community to fight your own fight is kind of like going over the top? And I know people just came over from Lolo's or whatever. I mean, I could play it again, but you can also go to my shorts and see that all I was really doing is poking fun at Jay Wilson, the way that he sings. I didn't talk about his lifestyle. I didn't talk about his relationship. I didn't talk about anything other than how the band sings. But why do you have to pull the gay card? Like over that? Now I can understand it if I was like derogatory, if I had malice, if I just really showed hate, then I could totally understand it. But saying you can't sing has nothing to do with who you are, who you date, how you move around, anything like that. That's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? It's weird to me. You were cussing everybody. You were cussing everybody out last night about the man's panel. Oh, the man's panel was boring because this and that. The questions weren't asked correctly. The people didn't, answer on time and blah, blah. Oh, it was boring and this and that. Did I wake up this morning to say, Jay Wilson doesn't think that the man's panel was shit? I was on the panel and he's doing it to me because I'm straight. Like, how ridiculous does that sound? Really? I don't get it. Let's see here, because the gay card is his to pull. Well, right. I don't like it when people call or pull cards. I don't care what it is. The gender card, the ethnicity card, the race card, the the lifestyle preference card. It's like, dude, chill. Like, fight me. I didn't say anything about gay people. And see, there's enough people in here right now where I want to play this one more time, okay? Because I really, really, really want you to see what he is mad at and why he thinks I'm against the whole community. Okay. Okay. Does this say anything about him being gay? Does it say anything about anything other than he can't sing? And then I'm being funny. Oh my God. Like we need to put I need to make a list of hold on. I gotta make a list of sensitive people I can't mention. I already can't mention a whole lot of other things, like based on sector rules or whatever. Well, let me just go ahead and write this down. Jay Wilson is sensitive as fuck and will use will use the community against you for just being a straight man. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and play it. Let's go ahead and play it. I want y'all to see. Does this have anything to do with attacking his lifestyle? Let's go. He went to 2 talent shows. He's beef sector, right? He went to Rule Shakers. He didn't. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say the thing that I'm talking about right now is that that talent show that happened at Room Shakers and then the talent show that happened at Lemons the same night. He went to Room Shakers and then he went to Lemons to try to win that prize and get his coin. So that's what this is about. Let's go. He went to 2 talent shows. He's beef sector, right? He went to Room Shakers. He didn't get a prize, right? And then he took his happy ass over there to Lemons and started singing and shit. You know when remember his talent show?
Oh my God, I forgot all about that
He
night. He did
sang
2
twice
talent
in
shows.
one night. He did 2 talent shows and went home with Nathan.
Oh damn! I don't know why I thought he was.
He's supposed to be the choir director. I mean, he needs to play the organ and not sing ever.
He
But,
does play keys, I think.
okay, well, don't sing, just play. Okay, because he went singing his ass off at Room Shakers. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, please stop. Like, I was praying to whoever for him to stop singing. But then when he went over to he went over to 11, he was being serious about it. He was hitting the high notes, he was hitting the low notes, he had that hat on. I mean, he was going. You know what I'm saying? And
Y'all
then
see what y'all started.
and then he didn't win a prize at either of them. He went and talked the choir into putting his
See what it see. This is why I say y'all. And now I got to deal with this.
he
See,
went. The choir said you could have this house if your ass stopped singing.
whoever stirred envy back up.
I'm sorry.
I
No,
hope
I'm
you
not
choke in your
sorry,
sleep.
but I'm not.
I hope spit go down the wrong pipe
I'm
when you
not
sleep.
sorry. I'm not. Oh, you do?
Whoever stirred you back up, yes.
He went to 2 talent shows. He's beef sector, right? All right. So if people don't know the history behind that, we all have rumors. We all have facts of our life roasted, and then we all get lie roasted as well. But okay, as far as I've known from the history, Jay Wilson, they were saying, okay, that's a really nice house that he lives in. Well, I mean, now he's in the car. Before he did the car thing, I was talking about he was always in front of that wall, no decorations, no nothing. And I said he used the green screen to look like he lived in a mansion, right? And people gave me the intel. They said, hey, back in the day, when people said that Jay Wilson doesn't own that house, he can't afford that house, what's going on? They said that the choir, not the gay people, the choir got together so that he could get the house put in their name. Okay, that's literally it. Okay, so I'm still not attacking the community. I'm still not being a nuisance. I'm still not being disrespectful. When you say stuff like that, that is 100% not being disrespectful. But again, apparently I'm infiltrating the community out of saying, again, that he can't sing and that the choir said if he stops singing that they'll put the house in their name. These are all rumors. These is all beef sector history, and I'm just doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always gonna troll. I told you motherfuckers all the time. Nobody is safe. I don't give a damn. I'll troll RY. You know, it is what it is. But anyway, you guys are over here going crazy. Oh, you was tickled yesterday? Oh yeah, little mama Obama, little mama Obama when we played it. That shit was funny. And I want to say my first members live coming up will be Saturday. And we're going to dive deeper into some of these issues. And I'm going to ask y'all, you know, what steps we can take next. Should we keep trolling? Should we leave people alone? Should we stir the pot? Should we get ourselves into some shit? And when I say we, I'm not saying you got like a lifer tattoo or anything like that. But when I say we, I mean I'm including everybody in the entertainment, whether you're a hate watcher, whether you like me, it doesn't really matter. I'm basically including us because it's not my channel, it's y'all's channel. I just host it. Very simple. If y'all weren't here, I'd be talking to myself. Wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Now he lost his house and in a car. I'm reaching. Oh my God. Donnie Hughes. He was sitting. It looked like he was sitting on porch fraternity. Jesus. Furniture. It looked like he was sitting on like front porch furniture. And I said, oh damn, someone stole Jay Wilson's car. Like that's how it started. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, here he comes with the regular reads that people use against me all the time. But I thought it was funny. That was good comeback on the ass. I loved it, girl. All right, let's go. I love my melanin. You didn't lie. The man cannot sing. He's just loud. I love my melanin. I really do appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. That means I'm doing something right. I know I always say that, but as a content creator, you never know if you're going in the right direction until your show is over. You either feel like shit, like that was a bad show, or you feel amazing, which I call it the content creator high, that you got everything in. You said I knew that was coming. I'm Molly Chill is sitting here. Oh Jesus. You know it's serious when RMY start typing in caps. Oh my God. What do y'all like? Is her hold on, let me see what she typed. Are her and Molly still going back and forth? There's nothing homophobic about me. You're just mad because I asked you what the Bible says about your lifestyle since you asked me what the Bible says about envy calling someone at night. Yeah, that was definitely a very strong comment to each other back and forth. I think it was over there at Pizarro's, you know, when Molly was using the Bible against you, and then you used the Bible against him. So, hey, I think you guys will have a little bit of an issue going forward over time, but it is what it is. What's up, Unfiltered Muffy? How you doing today? What's up, Daquan? So far, obviously, where we're at right now is the hypocrisy of if we're comfortable being around people, why make us uncomfortable being around certain people? That's what I'm saying. I am not just because someone's gay. You could call me insensitive. You could call me a mean. You could call me hypocritical. You could call me an asshole. You could call me whatever you want, but don't just take a situation and be like, hey, we need to stand in solidarity against this masculine straight man because he was trolling me and he doesn't like gay people. You're going crazy. Like, just relax, all right, on that. And I put this in the title that I can go anywhere I want because I'm respectful. Now, you know, people are being locked down to certain panels and things like that. And I totally understand the rules of the frenemy sector, the no doxing, the no talk about the deceased, no health reads and stuff. I'm all for that. That's obviously why I'm a frenemy supporter. But it's like, okay, cool. Um, what do you do about a situation like what do you do about a situation like this? I know I was about to say something else, but I forgot my thought, so I'm just freestyling right now. I got it. So if someone's respectful, you're not going to be banned from anywhere. Like, I know that people are like, oh my God, if I go over the frenemy sector and I say this and that, they're not going to let me in. They're going to kick me out, whatever the case may be. Or if I go over to Jay Wilson's, I go over to, the gay community, or if I go to the straight community, or if I go to the, woman power community, or whatever the case may be. It's like, what are you doing over there? And it goes along with the gay and straight thing. I remain respectful to everybody until you disrespect me. That's pretty much why I can go wherever I want. And anyway, I mean, I kick in the door anyway. And if you block me, ban me, whatever, then obviously you become an op. And I don't think that you want to take the time or the trouble to deal with fucking with me. What'd you say? Let's see. According to bro, you're crazy. Enjoyed the conversation last night. Oh yeah, Noble, I appreciate you, man. It was a good conversation. We need to do that. I really do hope that Bizarro does pop a part two. I'm looking forward to it. Donna said Sarpetch, yeah, he got popped. He knew it was gonna happen, though. It's not dumb at all. Right. Though Donna, well, obviously he's back. I mean, obviously that happened to him through me. I was just carrying the message, really, but I'm gonna do it in a trolling way, whether somebody likes it or not. Like I'm tired of telling people 100,000 times what's gonna happen. Oh shit. Uh-oh. So you and RY are going, okay, I'll make sure Bizarre reads my comment when the most people are in the room. What? Okay, I'll make sure Bizarre reads my comment. Okay. What happened to Molly? You guys down here tripping again? Like don't go back and forth and timeout for 10 seconds, 1 second, or 3 minutes, whatever the hell it is down there. I don't even use my moderator wrenches really. So whatever you guys are doing, Molly's not doing that bad, but Molly might be saying a few things to you, but anyway. Donna, why in my Lolo voice? Why? I need to get zip ties for his hands. Oh Jesus. And then cement shoes to throw them in the ocean, right? But anyway, all right. So, how can I actually say it's just YouTube? Like, I know that a lot of people will say, hey, it's just YouTube because they want to get out of, some dirt that they kicked up. But how are you supposed to say it's just YouTube if somebody takes it to a whole, you're attacking my lifestyle thing and stuff like that? So, Jay Wilson or anybody else in the future that I give a hard time to, that I agitate or do whatever, it's because that's what I do. Okay, and it's just YouTube. It doesn't mean what I stand for, who I am, whatever. And if you ever can pick out anything that I said disrespectful towards groups of people or whatever the case may be, please pull that out. Let's play that and then we'll talk about it because it doesn't exist. That's like saying I argue with women, which you're not going to find a clip like that either. You said, why, Molly? Why Molly? Why Molly? In my what the hell happened to Molly? What's really going on? If you guys are going back and forth, I don't even know the most disrespectful thing that y'all said to each other. I have no idea at all whatsoever. This is gonna be, let's see, not doing that bad. Are you okay? Molly keeps saying I'm homophobic because I clap back in the same manner that he did. I ain't say shit to that bitch. I don't know. I have no idea why he says you're homophobic. I don't. I don't know. But you guys are like, I don't know when you're gonna like get over it or not get over it. I don't know what. I know since you're a mod, you can see Molly typing, but the back and forth about being homophobic, and Molly's gonna say whatever Molly's gonna say based on the fact that Molly wants a reaction out of you. But hopefully y'all get through that, figure it out. Sour Patch, you have to catch him at the door when he goes on in. He's on go. She says only 24 hours, so he'll be back. That's what's up. Let's see here. Okay. What's up, Bella? I think you just got in here. Oh, Vibrant. Damn, there's Vibrant. Think you just got in here, Bella. So he could say I'm homophobic, but I could call him agate. Then I'm wrong. I you didn't call him that, but didn't you guys argue back and forth about the Bible? like you said, like his lifestyle isn't. I mean, that was in your chat, or in the chat that you put out there. You said, you know, you want to use the Bible for your convenience to attack me, but the Bible tells you about your lifestyle. I don't know. It just seems like an argument down the middle. I don't get it. Yeah, and I don't think Molly would ever say that. How long has Molly known you to be around and to have attacked someone who is in that lifestyle? I don't get it. I think their beef is up and stuff forever. Yeah, Charlie, I'm starting to see that as well. But you know, Molly will poke and poke and poke and poke and see how far he can go, or how far he can go. Even when I shit the other day, I was like, Molly, I'm gonna mess you up or whatever because of what Molly was saying in the chat. And then Molly got cool. Molly got or got his membership back and all that other wonderful stuff. But Molly was back at it this same evening. Trust me. Molly was just typing away. Typing away. Oh, Envy's this, Envy's that. Envy's not gonna address this. Envy's not gonna address that. Envy addresses everything. Okay. Because if I don't want to, that means I don't like you. That means I clicked your link to create chaos, got in your chat to troll and all that other bullshit. But I'm getting too old for those things. You know what I'm saying? So Molly, I have no idea what the hell happened, but y'all have fun down there. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this. Okay. Muffy Halo says you okay, got live. What's up, Lala? Please shake hands virtually and make up. Well, Lala, hey, my thing is with their situation, I stay out of it because yes, I know I talked about it, RY, you and Molly and shit, but at the same time, are you guys going to be able to work through it? I'm not quite sure because, as I said, I think it was down the middle. I honestly think like you told Molly about what's in the Bible, and Molly disrespected you by saying you're homophobic. I don't know. I mean, I don't have any dog in the fight when it comes to like virtual arguments. So hopefully you guys figure that out. Envy, you're such a man. Sometimes men just be lost in the sauce. Listen, I am, but you know, I don't carry the flag, you know, hey, I'm masculine. Like I don't lead with that. You know, I just basically I thought that it was respect across the board. And as I said, like, don't stereotype your own people. You know what I'm saying? Like being whiny and crying and doing this and doing that. And I'm sure you won't be around. And Jay Wilson, I'll hit the panel. I'll hit the panel if I mean, I'm sure I'll probably be dropped in 3 minutes and 20 seconds, but I will hit the panel. You said, please acknowledge what RY is saying. No, I already did acknowledge what RY is saying, but let me ask you this, Vibrant. What is the like what I am acknowledging what she's saying, but what's the next steps? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to tell her Molly to stop arguing? I have no idea. I don't, you know, they call each other what they call each other, whatever. It's not like RY is going to run over to Jay Wilson's or run over here and say, leave him alone. So should I tell those two to leave each other alone? Absolutely not. Donahue's not yet, been a little busy. That's what's up. Oh my God. We were talking to Dragons about religion. Molly asked, I know. Molly asked RY, what does the Bible say about a man calling a woman after midnight? He was talking about you. I know who he was talking about, but that doesn't have anything to do with the homophobic and this and that. That's y'all's argument. Like, yes, Molly most definitely said that because of that whole not allegation, but that whole, oh, you call women late at night or whatever. Yeah, we already been through that because I do business at night, period. But we've already been through that. But okay, you flip that into saying that, you know, something about the Bible and his lifestyle and this and that. I understand that, but you two are fighting. You two, you and Molly. Okay. RY got the ass. Muffy. And the thing is, well, the way that she can get his ass or whatever is I mean, I'm not involved in these fights. I don't care. Buffy, I know I'm sub to you from the back. All right. Oh, Mitri, I didn't say what's up to you. I appreciate seeing you. Donnie Hughes, this is rhetorical. What I'm about to say, okay, got it. Envy, she down here cussing. Something got her upset. Don't blow her off. Right. That Donna, what got her upset happened like the other day at Pizarro's. You know what I'm saying? During while we were talking about the Bible, when Ness pulled up, we started talking a little bit more about religion, spirituality, and things like that. And Molly brought up something that happened in the past. So that I mean, they're still arguing about it. What would be the measure? Like, what's the next step? Saying, "Hey, Molly, don't come around because you're arguing with RY." Bet y'all got this. Have a great day. I see it's okay to call me homophobic. Okay, all right. I mean, that's crazy. But anyway, Donna, let's see here. Tell us what gets leave her alone. I get put on punishment. She's already timing him out. Like I'm watching it. What do I have to do if she's timing out, the first account and then timing out the second account? Like what do I do? Slap my finger or snap my fingers, then boom, it's over. They're all just gonna get along. Envy, just as long as you acknowledge RY, that's all. I'm certainly not getting in between the beef. Vibrant, if I acknowledge RY in a certain thing, it's not always gonna be in her favor. You know what I'm saying? I put the blame on Molly, saying that Molly went too far, talking about me calling people, calling her homophobic or whatever the case may be. But, she's not 100% right either. You know what I mean? We're bringing it over here. We're timing people out and this and that. But her response to him, I feel like, even the score, I felt like she got her lick back. You know what I mean? If someone says something about the Bible, that's against that, and you use the Bible to say, okay, well, what does God feel about your lifestyle? What am I supposed to say about that? I can't even have that conversation as a straight man. Like literally, this whole live pretty much went into, straight men. It's okay to be straight. This and that, whatever. I can't approach Molly and say, the Bible says that you're not supposed to be gay. Like, how do you want me to insert myself in that argument? Like, come on now. You're not supposed to point a firearm at something you don't want to shoot, and I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot. Okay. Hey, sis, no one can tell you or tell you who you are. They don't know you. Look at Andy on my wall. Wow. Okay. What's up, Simone? I appreciate you. Oh my God, I was over. He called me over for. Okay. So what is if he called you that, what is the response? You're gonna say, no, I'm not, and then that's it. Like if somebody calls you homophobic, you say you're not. Like, where does it go from there? Like, blocking and saying that you talked to me about it and stuff like that. I don't really understand the next steps of you having an argument about something that you feel like you didn't say and then something you feel like he said. I don't get it. Are you supposed to be her babysitter? Tennessee whiskey. What's happening? The only thing I can say about this comment here is that we're not Siamese twins. Like, things that happen to me, I don't really feel like people have to run back to RY and be like, hey, they said this about Envy. Hey, they said that. People are gonna say something about me every day. I got two choices: respond or ignore. So I mean, this no babysitter. That's a little tough. A little harsh way to explain it. But I would say Siamese twins and not having her own minds and her having her own channel and me having my own channel. I think people should respect where they could go and how they can find whoever they need to speak to about things. Like, I don't know. I can't tell RY how to feel, how not to feel, or whatever about being called homophobic, but saying, the Bible says that Molly shouldn't have that lifestyle. Like, who's more right than the other person when I don't know their feelings? You know what I'm saying? Molly, come on, chill out. I can't even troll you anymore because you're always timed out. Jesus. Don't let him get to you, boo. Wow. I don't even see Molly. Well, it's because Molly's probably timed out and a couple different accounts. Molly, what have you been doing? You get timed out everywhere you go. Now, Brenda W., I will say this: Molly goes over the top a lot of times, but in this particular situation, I don't know. It's not a clear cut feeling. If someone called me homophobic, there's nothing I can do about it. This whole show literally is about Jay Wilson trying to push a narrative that I don't need to be around gay people. That he wasn't, or they weren't looking for me, and this that I didn't ask anybody if they were looking for me or whatever. So I don't know. Like, in my own mind, I can't empathize because I don't know what I would say. Probably nothing. But I'm not gonna stop her from what she wants to say. But uh, it's, my point about being called homophobic today in the chat is being overlooked. What do you want? I, hey, you're called homophobic. You're not homophobic. Like, what am I? What are the next steps? Like, to being called homophobic in the chat? You timed out two different accounts. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you get your lick back utilizing a moderator wrench? Or I mean, what am I supposed to say? Hey, don't call RY homophobic. And then somebody says something else to you. I can't like read the chat and think, oh my God. Because it's not in my mind, it's not really disrespectful. Yeah, it is distasteful, but it's not like, hey, B, you H, and this. I don't know. Like, I get it. There's nothing more that I can do than acknowledge the situation and then move forward. Um, but yeah, okay. You said he keeps doing it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Yeah, it's crazy. Doctor, do you have opening today? Jesus Christ. You're right, Tennessee. Finally said that because everybody acts like you're supposed to be a guard, though, as if she can't defend herself. I don't understand. Well, here's the thing, right? And RY, you're being hypocritical. The reason why I say it is they say, oh, she can't think for herself. She doesn't have her own mind. Oh, she's got to be up under envy so that he gasses her up to get her to say this and that. And then when something happens to her in a chat, being called something, I then it's directed towards me not now acknowledging it. It can't be both ways. Like it fuels the propaganda of people saying she doesn't have a mind of her own and this and that. It fuels the propaganda if I jump in and say, hey, she's not homophobic. Like, I don't get it. In fact, yes, but I'm supposed to get over being called homophobic. But if I call him a yagget, then I'm wrong. Okay, well, that would be homophobic. Let's see here. I will tell you, envy, team envy, when they talk, shit, I get it. All right. You keep talking about what he said the other day. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about being called homophobic because I matched Molly's energy. Okay. I don't. So what am I supposed to do? You said envy, these people fake. Who's fake, Bizarro? And sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I'm super stuffed up, and I know you guys are gonna be like, whatever. Hey, he's hanging on by a string. He's over there stuffed up and shit. But anyway, RY again. Isn't that what today's topic is about? The community wants respect, but Molly disrespects me by calling me homophobic, and I'm supposed to get over it. No. I mean, listen, Molly didn't necessarily. I don't know. I mean, is it the same that Jay Wilson watches a short and then that short is against him? Okay, he was calling a panel boring, which I thought that it was great, conversation. Or I wouldn't have been there. So he can say boring and this, that, whatever, and then also then lead with it saying, "Oh, envy's around the LGBTQIA community and." We didn't ask him to be around and this and that. Like, is that kind of like the same thing as calling you homophobic? And what's the resolution, right? Like, I'm gonna be interested to see or hear that because I saw your title for today's show. It said something about you're tired of being angry, you're tired of being nice, right? So I'm pretty sure I just made the docket if I don't know what homophobia really means, because doesn't the word phobic mean afraid of somebody? Right, it does, but people go too far with it. Like I hate being you're called that if you say one thing. And as I say, I always advocate for the fact that it is okay to be straight. It really is. You know what I'm saying? I don't wear a shirt that runs around saying, hey, everybody, straight pride. I'm straight. I don't have to validate the type of individual I am with an entire community and use it against somebody when they just were doing something so harmless by just trolling. So what do you got? They got to come. They got to come up with a better word for people that are biased against homosexuals. Because if that's what the term means, it's not correct. You can't be afraid of somebody on the app to begin with. Well, you know what? The crazy thing is, fact, how many people are afraid of others on this app? And I always ask that question. I'm like, I'll mention a person. I'll be like, okay, so can you please tell me what's scary about this person? And people don't have any answer. From the privacy of your own home, you get on a phone or you get on a computer or an iPad or whatever. I don't quite know what's ever. I've never understood that scared thing. They're gonna jump through the screen and whoop your ass. What's up, the handbook? I appreciate you being here. Good to see you again. You are being very, very consistent about coming around, and I do appreciate it. Tweety, LL, being called homophobic. How much is it making you upset? People lie all day. Right. Um, and I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to be down the middle. Today's topic isn't necessarily about being called homophobic. It's about literally saying that a person is infiltrating, right? So it's kind of the opposite a little bit. It's not the whole homophobic part, it's like infiltrating. Homophobic would mean running from, but the way that Jay Wilson packaged it up is I'm running towards gay people to be, a part of my commentary and all the other bullshit. So it is not exactly the same. Great panel last night. I got a question for gay folks. I'm not speaking about Molly right now. What's your question about gay folks? Let's see. You said I got a okay, let's go. If a gay person finds heterosexual sex to be disgusting, is that heterophilia or heterophobia? Uh, no, because it's a double standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like if somebody, it doesn't matter if somebody has some kind of physical ailment or whatever the case may be, it's used against them because they can't say anything back. Like, what am I supposed to say back to a gay person that calls me, damn those straight people? What am I supposed to say? Damn those gay people. There's going to be an uproar. You know what I'm saying? And I was actually being funny and trolling. It was very, very innocent. And my thing is if you say something about, if I openly say one that I support Pizarro, right? Or if I say something along the lines of, you say it's boring, or something. I wasn't there long, so I didn't know if you were talking about me or not. But if I'm a part of something and yeah, I'm a part of getting dogged out in this situation, I'm going to say something, What do you think? I was just gonna let Jay Wilson be like, "Oh, that was a boring panel. Oh shit, whatever." When we had 300 people sitting there watching what the men had to say, or listening to what the men had to say, it wasn't a dud. And I don't get it, because then he went live and got like 50 people to try to hate on the situation to draw people away from the man's panel. You know what I'm saying? That it's and then woke up and utilized the gay card against me. So there's a lot going on there. People don't get to care because they know you're not really upset, threatened, like the bazooka thing. Oh, um, yeah, I mean, you guys know I highlight all the comments. Sometimes I don't read, or not sometimes, most of the time I don't read them until I highlight them because I don't have time to do that shit. I don't think sharing a difference of attraction is a no, it's not. See, my thing is as I said, fact, I told Jay Wilson many, many times, I definitely said your preferences does not change the man that you are. Just don't use that shit against me. It's very, very simple. I didn't say he's weaker. I didn't say that he is any of those stereotypes. Nothing. But what he's doing is he's pushing those stereotypes by saying, being so whiny about the shit. You know what I mean? Like, okay, just laugh. We're on the internet. I only talked about the fact that you couldn't sing. That's it. It said that you should play the organ or instrument and never sing again, so that the choir will still allow you to have your house in their name. That's a rumor. I don't give a damn. Say something about me today, tomorrow, but you'll say I don't watch him, and I would never. Why would I speak about somebody I wouldn't watch? Some shit like that, I'm sure you'd say. People call each other names all the time, cut them out, go back and forth and get over it like always. I mean, what is Envy supposed to do about it? We're going in circles at this point, respectfully. We are going in circles at this point, Tennessee whiskey. Tweety, I'm going to ask you to, oh, Jesus. All right. Well, RY is in a bad mood today. Now if somebody punches you in the face just for being gay, then that's a different story. Well, right. That's why having the title, always be respectful. Always being respectful means like move how you move, but don't go after somebody just because of the things that they love or that they hate. I don't get it. Just my thoughts, right? Sour Patch, you did see my comment greeting you. Got it. Thanks, RY. I told Ghetto to hold off on the interview. I forgot who he was supposed to interview with. Let's see here. RY. If someone calls you a name, just don't. Or so if someone calls you a name, don't you just defend yourself? What does envy have to do with it? This is going nowhere. Respectfully, I have no idea. Somali called RY homophobic. Yes. Yes, that did happen. And my thing is it shouldn't grow legs. Like it shouldn't grow legs of what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I'm sure it'll be, hey, you're not protecting. Hey, you're not doing this. Hey, you're not doing you bullshit. I run around swinging and banging all the time, but in this particular situation, that's their fight. You know what I'm saying? Just stay away from the simple, especially if you feel offended. That is true. I didn't say it was about homophobic. I said it was about respect. If the community wants respect, then they should give respect. Give respect. The moment you match their energy, then they label you as homophobic. I get right. Okay, I get it. I am definitely talking about Jay Wilson. If I trolled him, I definitely shouldn't be, the community shouldn't be used against me. I totally understand that. But people are going to pull their cards. As I said, like, I don't know, like, you guys can fight about that. Because Molly says plenty of things about me that I fight Molly on my own. Didn't I change my avatar? Didn't I change what I said I was gonna, put Molly through and things like that? Like, okay, on your show, RY, you said that you're tired of being nice. So we'll see what you have to say, I guess. What I don't respect is people like, oh, Jesus. Well, I will tell you this fact. People like Dimples and a few others, I don't like when I have to correct them and they get mad, as I said. Like they've said like the most triggering stuff to a straight person to try to see how much they could take it. Oh, hey, let me flirt or let me put like hearts or let me oh, you don't agree with what I say. Oh, it's because you're misogynist, you don't like transgenders, you don't like why do we have to lead with that? Why can't I just not like you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like you. You can be gay, you can be straight, you can be whoever. I just don't like you. I absolutely love the LGBTQIA community. The DL individuals can be trusted, like be comfortable with your sexual choices. Well, the thing is Bella. Sometimes it's used as their convenience. Like there's definitely down low men around that come out and pretend like they want to be this alpha male. I want to beat on my chest and stuff like that. But if something goes wrong, I'm going to utilize my lifestyle. And the thing is all you're doing is giving yourself up, trying to be so damn straight when you ass should just be yourself. And I can't stand that in people. If I was a part of a community and I had people saying, oh, well, I think I'm straight and this and that, and people kept saying that, it would actually make me feel disrespected because, like, don't play with our quote unquote popularity. Don't play on our culture. If somebody can't be themselves and come out, or somebody can't be themselves and be straight, I wouldn't respect either of those people. 1 minute we could say, hey, be comfortable with yourself, your own lifestyle, and then gay won't matter because then, it wouldn't affect you because you don't think that every guy likes every guy or whatever. Okay, great. You know what I'm saying? It should go both ways. But anyway, Pizza, he kept referring to her as Kim Burrell. I didn't see him type the word homophobic, but Armai would better than I would. Yeah, did okay. So is Kim Burrell? Hold on. So is Kim Burrell like a speaker for homophobic? I didn't see it either, but I can't. Whatever RY read, I don't know. I didn't see it, but just because I didn't see it, maybe I didn't look over in the comment when it was written because a lot of times I miss a lot of comments. Obviously, you see, I got something highlighted from probably 10 minutes of commentary ago. The gentleman's panel was good. This is what Molly said. Well, since you asked, you are not homophobic, Envy. You are pro LGBTQIA, if anything. Your colleague, Kim Burrell, the jury is still out, aka Envy asked. So I answered. Okay. I mean, I get it. I understand. Trust me, I get it. That's not a person. People have feelings that cannot do what that does and have feelings. You don't have to like me, but we're going to be respectful. I always tell people that you don't like me, but you will respect me. Got it, little mama. Got it. Lolo, he's interview. Oh, okay. Lolo and ghetto interview. What in the hell would that be about? Jesus. Well, the panel last night was good and refreshing. That's good. Hey, and I'll tell you what, like you all stayed, no matter where the numbers were, like you all literally stayed. You were engaged. And I was watching the chat. It was like, hold on a second. Jesus. I thought I was going to sneeze right all over my microphone. But anyway, well, the panel last night, yes. And as I said, I liked the differing viewpoints and things like that. Y'all didn't just let us sit up there and say whatever the hell we wanted to say. So I definitely did appreciate that. Today at 5, but I caught her being shady about our sector with Roman. Oh, shit. So today at 5 is part 2. Today at 5. See, I'm sorry. That's why I should highlight comments as I go. So you said today at 5. I assume that's the man's panel, but I caught her being shady about one sector, our sector with Roman. Who is that? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, let's definitely figure that out. Jay Wilson also weaponizes his sexuality against straight men. Well, I've I definitely got weaponized. I can only speak for myself. that delusional and juvenile. Chill out, man. What'd you say? Embarrassed and leaning more toward Molly. Stop wanting her. I'm not leaning more toward Molly. Real truth. I'm literally asking what can I do about that? Like, because the more that we do that, she does speak up for me. I speak up with her for her or whatever. But the more we deal with a personal situation like that, is the narrative of she can't think for herself. She doesn't speak up for herself. She needs Envy to do everything. Envy runs her. Envy runs the channel. Envy does this. Envy does that. Like I gotta let people have their fight. You know what I'm saying? We can't come out here and say we're not Siamese twins and we don't think just alike if I can't let her have a fight. You know what I'm saying? Tweety, you can't be this dumb. You did type it. I even posted in the chat. Are you okay? Jesus. What is called if somebody like Dimples drops you like D-pick and DM and you're cursed them out, is that homophobic? Well, you know what? I think it's used out of convenience, to be honest with you. RYS laughing at him saying they calling us beef sector 3. God dang. Is that shady RY or am I tripping? Damn. Not beef. Jesus 3.0. I mean, damn. I guess you got to check with the 2.0 folks to make sure you can do what you do. Just chilling. That's accurate. What'd you say? Yeah, they say, oh, Kim Burrell is homophobic. I don't know who Kim is. So I mean, just like if you type in other people's chats that are homophobic on the internet, which I don't understand. Like people watch homophobic people all the time on here because they always talk about those people's content. You know, this homophobic person did this over here. That homophobic did something over here, and it'll be at the 20-minute mark. It'll be at the 30-minute mark. It'll be at the 4-hour mark. So why the hell are you watching anybody that has that, you know, that situation or whatever? But that's calling me homophobic. That's what I've been saying. Okay. Okay, so basically all that typing or whatever about Molly or whatever, I didn't know who Kim Burrell was. Molly usually never uses homophobic gets anyway, but I guess y'all relationship really took a turn. Yeah, no, I actually haven't, but Pizarro, I don't know if you saw what the situation was on your show. That's when everybody was kind of like, "Ooh," or whatever. That's what the situation is. That's why they're using it against. That's why Molly and RY have an issue right now. Lolo, Envy, catch up on the comments. Dang. All right, y'all. Jesus. What's up? Watching from the clouds. Yeah, I need to stop highlighting everybody's damn comment. I'm trying to get better. I promise. All comments, he's behind, Bizarro. All right, let me catch up. I'm sorry. I'll get it back together right now. Pizza, he's mad because he asked that dumb question about a Bible verse that talks about envy calling a woman after midnight. So I asked about a verse that talks about his lifestyle. Correct. So who told Roman I got kicked out of the beach sector? What? I can't get kicked out. So they seen this in the chat and didn't correct it. What? Quit to laugh at shit I got going on, child. I'm done. What are the defense I have is who has the right to do anything to anybody? Like some people say I'm not beef sector and all that other shit. I didn't claim to be a damn sector. I usually talk about the commentary that I cover. But okay, so Pizarro, what you can ask directly back to that question is, okay, so what sector am I a part of? That's what I would ask them. Okay, if I'm not beef sector, what am I a part of? And then they might say something stupid like frenemy sector and be like, hey, frenemy sector has nothing to do with the fact that I was in the beef sector for, you know, X amount of years, whether it be 4, 5, 6, 7 years or whatever. Just because you're taking a different direction, you've never been beef sector. See how the history changes? Like people try to throw that Mo 3 shit up. But I was Mo 3 from day one. I just move around because of different content, you know, because there's new generations that come up. It's about 4.0, 5.0 over there right now. But if people ask me like what sector I was born and bred in, it'd be Mo 3. You can't rewrite history. Hey, let's pretend that Bizarro hasn't been in the beef sector for this long. This long because I'm mad at her. I don't get that. And it is kind of weird that people don't correct stuff in a chat. But it is what it is. Some people don't want to type something because they think they're going to get cussed out, I guess. Is Karen back? Karen came into Pizza's chat last night basically saying, does anybody want her to, or want him to go live? So that's what I remember. Let's see here. Okay. Let me see. Hold up. I didn't see Roman say that Mrs. Intel. I would have corrected it. Was it before I got there? I don't know. I don't know how you all would know I don't know how y'all would know that someone was in a chat or out of a chat. I'm not quite sure. 171. I appreciate that, OG Beauty. As always, thank you so much. Subscribe to RNY's channel because RNY will be live at damn, what time did you move it to? I think it's gonna be, hold on. I'm looking before I say the wrong time. All right. Let me see it official. All right, hold on. This would be interesting. This is one of the lives I'll wait to be over to. Okay, 5:30. Okay, yeah. So definitely subscribe to the channel because her midweek. So what? Damn, there we go. So what RY tries to do is, take the weekly things, have a weekly update, but it's open tonight. I want people to understand that. I know that a lot of people are used to like girl talk or whatever, where we most definitely stay away as men, but at the same time, tonight is open. I'm not quite sure what her title is, not quite sure what people are talking about. We make it a rule to not necessarily go over every aspect of our shows because then it won't be organic. It'll sound scripted as hell. RY, they begging him to come back, but he won't, and I love it. LaDon wanted to do a pod to bring Roman back, but he said no. He's trying to pay him. That's pathetic. Charlie, he said something to Black Girls Code, which I guess she said I got kicked out of but lying, and he believed it. All right, let's go. Yo, Bizarro. Bizarro, exactly. I left him alone, but to call me homophobic is wild. If I call him out his name, then I'm wrong. No, I mean you're not wrong. You could say anything to Molly, right? I mean, Molly's up out of here with 2 accounts as well. So I don't know. I don't. You ain't never got kicked out of your home town. That's impossible. Oh Jesus. Noble, I enjoyed you again in the panel. Yeah, Noble was cool. Pizza needs to learn how to write a sentence that makes sense. Jesus, I need to stop highlighting every damn comment. You know what I'm saying? Get myself caught up in a trick bag. People say, "Oh, you don't support that person because you clicked on a comment." Man, that'll be the next thing. I'm gonna not respect the LGBTQIA comment because in a beef sector content panel, I talked about somebody. Trust me, I get it. I understand where RY is coming from, but I don't know how long they're gonna, get over that because my thing was I thought that the argument was about what she's saying, like the homophobic thing on that, and then she said something about the Bible, and I thought we moved on. But I guess Molly's testing Molly's, sarcasm and bullshit. How do you know what sector you watch? Like it color coded or something? I'm lost to try to get a better understanding. Bella, the way you know what sector that you're watching is we talk about each other. If you see somebody's name in the title or something like that, you know that we share subs. All right, let's keep going. What up, though? Okay, there's Black Girls Go. Robin is rubbing elbows with degenerates and politicians. He has left the basement of YouTube, right? See, that's what I thought. don't bring yourself back to something that is lesser than you're doing now. You know, don't demote yourself to a certain space, you know, because then it's going to mess up your head to stay focused on your career. That's a lie. I never said Pizarro was kicked out of the B sector. I don't lie. Pizarro does. Check your facts and please don't lie on me. Damn. Did they pull that out of nowhere? Because that does seem kind of weird. I don't typically see Black Girls Code saying stuff like that. So was it taken out of context? It seems kind of weird. It's kind of like picking out the needle in the haystack situation. I follow a lot of sectors myself. I am multi-sector. Me too. Why do you have a beef sector people name in your title? Why do I have a B sector person name in your top? Are you talking to me? Is this historian again? Yes. Why do you have a B sector people in your title? You got to write a better sentence. If you're going to be the historian, you got to articulate your words. So you talking about, I would assume you're talking to me about having B sector people in my title for the show. And I hope everybody's in here when I answer that question, if that's what you mean. Can you please retype that? Could somebody help? Or can we get a translator that knows how to write proper English? I'll be right back. Give me 30 seconds. All right, sorry, y'all. So, did you get that sentence together, B sector historian? And the reason why I say that is for whatever reason you hate on me. So, you're asking. Let me be clear. Let me be sure that you're asking me why I have B sector people in my title. And you were here yesterday complaining about something about me doing B sector content or some crazy shit like that. Um, You said time's up. I know time's up. I'm waiting for B sector historian to get it together here and type a simple sentence. Oh, now I see what you're all talking about. I just read Pizza's Wall. Oh, damn. Hold on. Let me do that. Let me be my own bone carrier. Hold on a second. Oh my. Let's see. Let me read her wall right now. Why you use the ghetto police hold off on your interview with Lolo. She's laughing. Oh, wait a minute. Ghetto, please hold off on your interview with Lolo. She was being shady toward the frenemy sector. She's laughing at us being called Beef Sector 3.0. You got to watch these people. Amazing how much they forget and start acting different. Oh God. So were you talking about that part, or you talking about like the Jay Wilson, why use the community against me? What we're talking about right now? Because wow, I didn't know that Lolo and Pizarro were in that space. Um, and let me ask you this: if Lolo, if a person calls Lolo, or if Lolo doesn't correct the 3.0 thing, is it against Lolo or is it against the person? And then I would assume devil's advocate, Pizarro, devil's advocate here. If you say, Ghetto, please hold off on your interview with Lolo, I'm just going to use that sentence. Yes, I'm not saying that you can't say exactly what you want, express yourself, get your feelings out there, but people may contribute to that being trolling, or not trolling, but controlling. And I'm down the middle, but it says Ghetto, please hold off on the interview. Is this something that Ghetto wanted to say? Is this something that Ghetto wanted to do? Or is this something that you're kind of putting out there to give a strong suggestion, or a hell no? And just devil's advocate, what if Ghetto went ahead and did the interview with Lolo anyway? Like, would his status within the frenemy sector be revoked? Would he be out? Because that's a real interesting thing. Because I haven't seen Lolo be a part of the frenemy sector. So is that an issue? Because I always ask, I'm like, okay, how do you deal with people outside of the circle? Whether, like, if they attack you, if I was frenemy sector and they attack me, I would attack back. But I'm just trying to figure that out, because kind of interested in that. And then I'm interested in what Lolo says about it, and what Ghetto says about it. So Lolo, where are you at, Lolo? I feel like Lolo laughs at everything, though. Well, Lolo does laugh at everything. That's why I'm asking directly. Like, Lolo literally laughs at everything. I mean, you could say the chicken cross the road and we already know that Lolo's gonna do that. So I don't even think she knew what the hell she was laughing at when they said 3.0. But the only way for me to figure out is to ask her directly. Many of us with outsiders would stay out of beef sector storyline. Many of us wish outsiders would stay. So yeah. So let me ask you this: the trifecta. What outsider would stay out of beef sector storylines? And tell me, what is a current beach sector storyline? Can you do that for me? I'm just asking you a question. People hear me sometimes speak to the chat or whatever, and they think it's kind of crazy, but I'm just asking a general question so that I can, put the context together. So who's the outsider, and then what beach sector storyline do you think that that's going on right now? Uber teen accounts get 2 rides. Jesus. Let's see. Am I being punked right now? Why? Just chilling. What are we doing for you to be getting punked? Let's see. Lolo laugh at everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, when Lolo laughs, I literally don't even hear her laugh. She's gonna laugh. And I think that's just kind of like a space filler. She's definitely gonna laugh. But hold on, let me find Lolo. This is crazy. Hold on, let me find Lolo. No harm, exactly. Okay, Lolo. Now the thing is, though, we can't always give Lolo an excuse. You know what I mean? Like, if she did do something against the situation, if she did laugh at the situation, I'm gonna ask her directly, obviously, when she pulls up. Let me try to get her to pull up, like, what she meant specifically that, because the one thing I can't do is talk for somebody. You said, sweetie, that's no excuse. Y'all love excusing these people who are grown enough to know when things are shady. My thing is I'm with you on that one. This is getting a little ridiculous. Grown people letting beats. Gosh, you guys are tripping. Um, hold on a second. I got Lolo. What the hell? And Lolo, when you come over here, please. Um, and I'm not talking to Lolo, y'all. I'm just telling you guys what I'm gonna say. And I don't want Lolo to say, no, I didn't catch that. I didn't feel like that. What was the problem? Why? I didn't have a problem, whatever. Let's just get through this, Lolo, because this could definitely be one of those things about coddling Lolo, or Lolo not standing on business and all this other stuff. I can see about 9 or 10 different things. So
She did that in YTC's chat, so she knew what she was doing. Y'all Cam try to clean up, but no, she's shady as fuck, and y'all mask was she laughs at everything. Whew. Well, we're gonna get Lolo here. No pizza comes off as extra sensitive on your end. People have been making shady comments about the new sector from the start. Whew. Those are definitely two. Hold on. Let me call Lolo. I'm going to go on mute a second. Hold on. Lolo. Lolo. Uh, damn. Am I not allowed to call people? The hell? Hold on, y'all. We got to get her over here because this shit's crazy to me. So I can't call somebody. Oh, there we go. Hold on. I'm going on mute for a second. We're not planning anything. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to. I don't want a hot mic moment, you know? Okay, my phone is calling. Hold on, y'all. Lolo, if you were just in my chat, um, you said maybe it's Lolo's opinion that the B Sector 3.0 certainly isn't new sector because they're still on B Sector algorithm. They are in B Sector algorithm. Shady can be funny, and we should all laugh when shit is funny. You laugh whatever the hell you want to laugh at, but at the same time, though, I think where Pizarro's coming from it is you can't step on something and you can't disrespect something and then want that something to support you. I would assume. I mean, that's usually like Pizza's thinking, right? So let's see, Pizarro, haven't you laughed at shady stuff? You never been like this. Um, maybe honestly, maybe maybe what not have been what maybe what would have not been shady in the past is becoming shady now because maybe Pizarro feels a little bit about a sabotage scenario. So she does like a competition or she does like a panel. It's almost like everything is criticized. So is that where maybe she wouldn't have taken that as a big deal then, but she's taking it as a bigger deal right now? I'm not quite sure. Donna, was I talking to you? No, so don't address me. I can't have my feelings, and y'all better understand that Lola was dead ass wrong. Now move something. Okay, let's try to call Lolo again. That's gonna be that's gonna be a mess. That's gonna be a mess. The truth is, people are lying to Pizarro. There's no sector period. Oh my god. All right, let me try her. Hold on. Oh yeah. Let me try another method. Um, why is my phone going off? Where's Lolo? I don't deal with Lolo on Instagram, so I'm not quite sure. Uh, Lolo. Anyway, Lolo hears everything I'm saying, so before it grows legs, there's really nothing I can do about it. Maybe Mrs. Barrow's under a lot of pressure. That's what I was saying, Vibrant. Since she took the initiative to start a new sector, perhaps Grace is in no grace is going to be in order, Vibrant, because let's just be real. There's people out there counting down the days of when that sector will implode so that they can say that Pizarro messed it up. Let's not pretend that a lot of people aren't counting the days. When Pizarro says, "Up, I'm pulling the plug on this." You guys know that you're hate watching the sector. Okay, I'm just gonna put that out there. Laughing is not stepping on shading something. It's just laughing. Okay. Bizarro was glitching her missile opinion, so you can't have your feelings. Attempt to control. See, uh, I need to stop highlighting every comment, but a lot of people do see that. That's why specifically at if I don't have Lolo, then I try to find a different way to understand it. And since Pizarro is here and Pizarro's in the chat, the only way that I can bring it together and explain it is Pizarro not wanting Ghetto to interview with Lolo. So I'm not necessarily saying like, okay, she's mad at Lolo. That's her problem, just like the RY and Molly. I completely understand that. Can't tell either one of them how to feel. But if she steps in and says that somebody can't interview with somebody she's mad at, is that control? Because that's the narrative. I got to follow the narrative and put that out there before it grows legs. Is that the narrative? Okay, and it's not so much about what Lolo said, it's about the Ghetto part. So if Pizarro says, yeah, definitely it was, about him not interviewing with her, then obviously it's a little bit deeper based on what the frenemies can and cannot do. So I did ask that question because at this point I don't need Lolo to come out and say why she did it. um what YouTube cameras were trying to figure that out. As of right now, YouTube cameras, Lolo apparently people called the new sector, which would be frenemies, beef sector 3.0. And I believe that she entertained it by laughing. And by laughing, it looked disrespectful to Pizarro. And Lolo has an interview coming up with Ghetto. So if Ghetto is frenemies and he's got a interview coming up with Lolo who pissed Pizarro off, the interview was called off by Pizarro because her and Lolo are having issues. I was just trying to figure out like why Lolo called it 3.0 and laughed. Um, and why she entertained it. But then also on the other side, I wanted to see why Ghetto can't do an interview with somebody that Pizarro's not getting along with. Those are a whole lot of different narratives, and they all make sense, right? Because they say Pizza's trying to control people. So, let's wrap it all up into that crazy shit. Let's see. Sour Patch there would be there was no tit for Tat because I have addressed that individual. Okay. What's up, Sula? Appreciate seeing you. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I really look forward to you being here all the time. She's not pulling the plug. That's not her. Never been her. She's always did what she says she's gonna do, despite and in spite of the people who say. The only reason why I say pull the plug down Hughes is I didn't think that Pizarro was gonna pull the plug, but when she was pissed off over at her channel, she did say that she said it out of anger, out of frustration, but she was like, I may pull the plug on this whole sector. So that's the only reason why I said pull the plug. Like, has she done it? I don't care what comes out of somebody's mouth. I care what actions you take after those things come out of your mouth. So yes, she said it, but yes, she didn't do it. YDC is outsider. You are too. Neither you are B sector. Okay, so what's the honor? Like, what if YouTube cameras and what are we supposed to do? Go get like a paper clip and write B sector on it, or who do we check in with? Trifecta. I'm confused. Who are we supposed to check in with? Sean Bradley said he loves what I'm doing over here and keep going. Like, is that high enough? Um, you know, who are we supposed to check in with? And then after we check in with that person, what is the prize? Like, do you have a big rollout party and say, you're a B sector, you're a B sector, you're a B sector? It's not going to change what I do. You know what I'm saying? And you would rather have me. And when I put in the title the other day, B sector first, everybody else second, what that meant was it didn't mean that I was B sector. It means that I'm going to protect the commentary that I put out, because when I do go to other sectors, it is asked. I'm over with people with different types of lifestyles than I have, and all the other bullshit. I said I was going to prison sector, beef sector, black sector, and said that RY and I were going to be networking. That's the whole point of me saying that beef sector is that I always stand for it. So I don't know. Like, as I said, like, am I supposed to? And how many years makes you outsider, trifecta? Like, say something that makes sense. How many years do you have to be around beef sector to be able to be called beef sector? Which, as I said, like, do I get a T-shirt, a water bottle, some new shoes, a hat, and everything says "Welcome to the beef sector"? What's the prize? Didn't the interview happen already? No, it didn't. I think she has one with Noble. I think she does have one with Noble, and that'll be interesting. If Pizarro still has an issue with Lolo, when Noble's going to do his thing, but Noble is frenemy sector. Lolo laughed about this sector, and it was shady as fuck, of what Roman said. Oh, Jesus. Like, now let me get this straight real quick. Did she laugh? Well, I mean, she laughed via text, I assume, right? Um, Not that that would make any difference. I'm not saying like somebody could type something shady. Doesn't make any difference. I just wanted to know. I'm curious. Was it like in the chat, or was it on a panel? Sorry, I missed that. I don't watch. I try to catch YouTube cameras. Literally in my head, I'm like, get your ass up and watch YouTube cameras. But a lot of times I miss it because, I rocks with YouTube cameras and never wanted nothing but the best for her. So, Shady Tales, will you be inventing sector ID cards? You know what we call them out in the biker world? Challenge coins. So if somebody comes up and challenges you on what motorcycle club you're a part of, you got a coin that you can give to somebody called challenge coins. So maybe we can have beef sector challenge coins. I only asked for a temporary visa. I didn't say I was staying forever. I just wanted a temporary visa. I know it's almost running out, but it is what it is. Why is it so important to put a title on all these feelings? Why not just do what you're gonna do and make the title as you progress? Well, that's what I'm wondering as well, and that's what I said about Jay Wilson. Why do you need a whole community to come after me? That's just crazy to me. What'd you say? And what's up, M Mac? How you doing? Which is worse, Rodney or Lolo? Jesus Christ. Oof. If that's the case, I guess none of y'all can entertain people that speak negatively about the frenemy sector while supporting them. I'm trying to figure that out too, HTX sweetie. Let me scroll down to Pizarro's comment real quick, because that's what I want to know. And then HTX, I've always asked, okay, on the other end, what if somebody attacks someone from the frenemy sector? I'm not talking about Pizarro, but what if somebody attacks somebody from the frenemy sector that's against what the frenemies can do? Like, let's say I'm a frenemy and black sector doxes me, for example. Now, I'm not allowed to fight back because we're not allowed to dox. I'm confused about that as well, but I do want to know, if somebody is, disrespecting Pizarro, but I would think that she would say, I'm not just 3.0 by myself, or I wasn't just called 3.0 by myself. The whole sector was called that. But why speak negatively about the sector if you support us? Make this make sense. Are we supposed to still deal with the negativity? No, you're not supposed to deal with the negativity, because that's the whole point of making the sector. You wanted to get the negativity out. So I get it. I get it. But the first thing is people are going to put together. I already know people are going to put together that Ghetto was asked not to have ZX on his panel because he's not welcome in the frenemy sector, right? and then it went to not doing the interview because Lolo was going against it. Now I totally understand if you go against something that's supposed to be positive and somebody comes in and tries to make it negative, should they be able to be around? I don't think so. No. But at the same time, I'm just telling you what the hell the narrative is going to be so I can get some damn questions answered so I know how to damn speak on about it. YTC exactly. But these subbies who don't know shit, always talking shit, don't tell me how to feel when she was gliding or when she was gliding along with the shady comments. Like I said, Jesus. Hey, what's up, Cole's World? Haven't seen you for a minute. I've always been excited to see you because you explicitly said that you look forward to the show. So I'm glad that you're around. Hopefully all is good. Gemini Envy, you're on Google, YouTube, just like the rest of us. Made up beef sector owns nothing. Stop explaining yourself. Okay. Lord, on her live or in my chat. I think it was in your chat, YouTube cameras. But Pizarro can give us the update on that. I do think that was in your chat. Not quite sure for sure. Pizarro wants to control people. Let's see here. Someone told Vibrant is super hot. Italian chick. Y'all are tripping. Now you're not only going after Pizarro's identity, you want to figure out who Vibrant is. Damn, Vibrant. You got him curious out here. They laugh at the Lemon all the time while claiming to support him. Of course. Have you ever seen Lemon's chat? Lemon's chat is a complete drag lemon. RY right. They want us to let these motherfuckers walk all over us. Romans come back and they have lost their minds. Yep. I mean, hey, I did see the red carpet and ushers making sure that everybody had beverages and snacks and everything else. KRN. And I'm not hating. Shout out to KRN. Shout out to him taking a step back, looking at his career. But yeah, I think that it did make people go crazy. Which hey, you know what? If I got star power, hell with it. I'm going to use it. Bizarro, plenty of people talked about your old sector and still came back over. I'm not going to name names. Well, see, the thing is I always say this, Donahue, is it doesn't matter what you do, your supporters are going to be around you, right? Literally, it doesn't matter what you do. I could sit here and I can go outside and talk about the wind and whether I'm going to blow away or not. And if somebody's a supporter, they're going to be around. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't at all whatsoever, but it is what it is. I look at these people as strangers. You're supposed to come on this bitch to forget about your life that you have to do, your job, your kids, your keep up the house, paying bills and this and that. And it's flipped over to this being more stressful and real life being more calm, which is weird. I'm never going to make it that. I'm always going to troll you. I'm always going to agitate. I'm always going to be me. I'm not changing for shit. And this whole frenemies and beef and Bo 3 and all this other shit or whatever. I wish somebody would tell me I can't click their link. It's and I wish I would. I wish I would not let somebody click my link. If they're banned from here, they're banned from here. Which, to be honest with you, the people that are banned from here are very, very similar to the people that are banned from the frenemy sector. So don't have to really worry about that. Lolo, why am I Lolo voice? Lolo, we need to know. You're in the clouds. I mean, I really appreciate y'all coming over here, but let's get this out the way. I know that you're gonna be like, oh yeah, somebody be like, oh yeah, you searching for and calling Lolo and this and that. No, I wouldn't have been searching for content about Lolo if people didn't mention it in the damn chat. So answer the phone, all right? Pizza don't people laugh at offensive stuff comedians say? Yes, they do. And certified weirdo, they even stand up and thanks for being a member, by the way. They even stand up and laugh at the person. And comedians actually pick people out of the crowd and start roasting them. And when comedians pick something out of the crowd and start roasting them, it doesn't necessarily mean that those people need to leave. But I get what you're saying. And as I said, I'm down the middle. I don't have a dog in any fight I hear. Hell, Fem banned. Oh, platform or ghetto from his platform while ago. So we gonna go on his. So, okay, hold on. Well, GF banned Ghetto from his platform a while ago. So why are you gonna go on his all of a sudden? Oh, okay, okay. You talking about? No, I think that. Oh, okay. Go on his all of a sudden. I thought you were talking about somebody else. So you wouldn't be dealing with people that are having an issue with control. They would be there because they want to be, right? Coming from certain people, you'll feel the way. It's natural. That is true. Because we do, even though we are virtual, we do build relationships with other people. Um, he went even talking to Lolo. Oh shit. He was talking to Black Girls Code and she jumped in, so she knew what she was doing. Why interview Ghetto if you felt that way as well about the sector? Mm, damn. So it's almost like, damn, I get it, but if I feel a certain way, well, I can't even say that. I've never felt a certain way about an entire sector. So I was about to say, like, okay, cool. If I think the B sector is acting soft or the content isn't contenting or whatever, does that mean that I don't get to interview somebody? But I've never been in that position. And Bizarro, I get it. Like, if someone, talks down on the sector or whatever, and you don't think that you want that person to be involved. I mean, they have every right. They're an adult. They have every right to do it or not. I mean, Ghetto, I mean, I'm not even being messy, but Ghetto, you can do the interview if you feel like it. You know what I mean? I see. I'm going to have to start sending my truthful comments as a super chat so they get read. No, stop it, Black Girls Code. You used to send super chats, but I don't say nothing. But why is he covering frenemy sector and B sector? Pick a side, please. Talk about me. Um, I don't know if you looked at my banner, but I'm going to cover B sector, prison sector, ops sector, frenemy sector, B sector, black sector, Mo 3 sector, and all that other shit. So if you're trying to pigeonhole me into beef, I just said that I'll represent B sector first above anything. That's all. Because it's taken me blood, sweat, and tears to even be able to do content in this bitch. Okay, so I'm not gonna stop because I like it here. There's been many business opportunities that have been taken off of here that have been very, very much a blessing to me. And thank you to the beach sector for my demographic of being able to talk to a little bit more of grown ass people that have some logic. You know what I mean? I'm not pulling up and fighting people and shit in my 40s. All right. Vibrant, see how easily I submitted to your command. Jesus. They drag each other and be right back on the. That's very true. Absolutely. You just said a whole word. Literally, it does nothing matter what you do. I know that you're referring to something else. I'm gonna apply that to me. Okay. Let's see here. Um, Sorry, Cole's World. They done pissed me off. They didn't even see it. Jesus. Let's see here. Lolo have to answer the pizza. Who gets pizza? Envy, respectfully, are you attempting to contact Lolo simply because she laughed? Um, no, well, yes. But what I'm also doing is Lolo's going to have this spill over. And Sula, the concept of my show is to have a show, from beginning to end, whether it be about an hour to 2.5 hours to 3 hours at the max. This is just something that's going to spill over, right? So if something happens here, I don't need it to be misconstrued somewhere else because it's going to be like, oh, well, at Envy's in the chat, we made him aware about Lolo and he didn't even check on it. So that's exactly what I was doing. Certified. So what does that have to do with me? If I laughed at Lolo's struggles, y'all would have canceled me. So stop the fake shit. Well, I did say the same thing about Jay Wilson would have canceled me if I said something back to the LGBTQIA community, which he said that I that I came to and this and that. But I've been nothing but respectful. So yeah, I mean there is a double standard. Don't get me wrong. But her laughing at the 3.0, I don't think that matches her life struggles. To be honest with you, don't call Lolo. I see her for her worth. Jesus Christ. I mean, I've already tried to call. I'll call Lolo one more time. It's until you have to remember your sector is growing and thriving. More people are gonna hate, but you got way more love than hate. Trust me. Well, you know what, Colesboro, I did say this, and I know people, you're kissing Bizarro's ass, and you're trying to get in where you fit in. I don't have to get in where I fit in. Look at the last live. I told you I've had Milk 74, Pino, 1090 Jake. I even played songs from another channel, music channel. I have 1.4 million, 1.6 million, 560,000 or whatever. So I'm not trying to get in where I fit in. Trust me. I just like it here in the beach sector. It's cool. All right. And the thing is right here, that's what I said. More people hate. And I mentioned about the Jay Wilson thing. I said if she was able to maintain over 300 people, then obviously people weren't having a problem with what we were saying on the man panel, right? Or they wouldn't be there at all. Let's see here. Let me scoot down. Right, but SB, someone needs to trademark the beef sector already. Um, they probably have. I would imagine somebody probably already has that paperwork filed away somewhere. I wouldn't magnify small stuff like that. It's small stuff until the expectations we put on people are not favorable. Whatever you're doing, something productive and positive, some people will take. Heck, that's why, or that's how you know that you are doing something right. Right. I mean, my thing is look at every testimonial. 10 people, statistically, like if you have a bad meal or you have whatever, 9 people out of 10 are going to write a bad review or talk shit about something, and 1 person out of 10 is actually going to try to uplift that person. So, listen, I have no dog in the fight. You guys will think I'm Pizzal's PR representative, security guard, and all that other shit, but it doesn't matter. The moment Pizzal does something wrong, in my opinion, I'm more than willing to come out here and tell her that she fucked up. So definitely, I know that's going to be part of the narrative. So I'm going to tell you to chill that out before you even bring that shit up after this live. Because if your dumbass doesn't hit the link and come up here and give me your grievances, then guess what? After my show, I don't give a damn. All right. Oh, I didn't watch your show. Well, it's recorded. Watch it. Every comment that I made to KRN and YTC's chat was the truth, just because other people go along with Bizarro's eyes. Mm, damn, getting kind of crazy, getting kind of messy in here. So I don't know what the hell is going to happen later. Jesus, I lost my husband and his friends. I roast my husband and his friends on Facebook all the time. But envy, they don't claim USB sector though. Hey, what are they supposed to claim me as, Bizarro? I'm curious. And who's they? They was just the trifecta troll, and I think that was it. So I think one people out of 200 and 241 people I have, 200 and well now 204 people that I have. I think one person said that. So as I said, like who am I supposed to check in with? Everybody, like all the beef sector OGs and whatnot, have dealt with me. So what am I supposed to get a brand or something? You put it, a brand's hurt, trust me, and I don't need a beef sector brand. Certified good for y'all, but Lolo, not my family. So your point. Let's see. So somebody called the new sector 3.0, and all hell's breaking loose. You can't make this shit up. Yes, it is. Because basically, Pizarro saw it was as disrespectful because how's she going to interview somebody from the frenemies, which is Lolo, but then look down on the sector. The B sector is an auction now. Someone needs to claim it. I claim it. You know what I mean? I claim it. The reason why I claim it is if I'm accepted into something, I'm going to be loyal to it. I'm not saying that somebody's not loyal because they went to Mo3 or Frenemies or Black Sector or whatever. Is people grow, okay? And you grow out of stuff. Like me personally, like Mo3 Sector pulling up, fighting. digging into the case too much, going down and doing, just being the way that they are. I grew out of it. And the B sector is a more comfortable place for me to be demographically based on what I want to talk about. So if the frenemy sector is built under the pretense of being left alone, not having to go through negativity, not trying to have to do this, not trying to have to do that, that's fine. That just means that those people grew. Like I can't sit here and tell you I came from O3 and went to beef and then say, oh, the people that went from beef to frenemies isn't about growth, isn't about living your life a little bit differently. So I would never do that. But anyway, vibrant. Maybe I don't understand the offense since most of them are from the beef sector. But right, she's entitled to her feelings. Well, that would have been also HTX. That would have been a beef sector person interviewing a frenemy sector person. So I've always been waiting for that as well because that gets kind of sticky. Agree with anything that Karen side with the truth for once in her life. Okay. Lolo will be asking, what did she do? I know that. Like I definitely know that, but at the same time, like you had every opportunity, and it's not about a content thing. Now, my thing is, if you don't want to come to this show and explain yourself, if you're at work or you missed what was said or you don't know what you did wrong, hey, say it tonight. Because obviously, I know that there's night shows. There's shows that go on later in the evening. I was just reaching out because it was said in this chat. But if you feel like saying something later on tonight on somebody else's show, cool. You also have the prerogative to tell everybody to kiss your ass and not say anything at all, right? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Stockholders are furious. At the beach sector, we had a shareholder meeting today, and Jesus. I bought all the sectors and I bought all the channel names and all the sectors and all the other stuff. So come see me. I auction them off. Okay. If y'all believe that, you're crazy, but some people actually do that. They go on GoDaddy, they auction something off and they get it because honestly, every time a creator goes live, puts a hashtag or whatever, if you do have a website or you do have something behind it, trademark, it actually does build value and then you could sell the domain back to somebody. I've only done that once because I took the domain. Well, I didn't take the domain. The person that was going live took the domain from $2.99 to almost $1,300, and the auction, I believe we settled at 1,100. So, have I done it? Yes. Am I going to do it again? Probably not. There seems to be a lot of attention between placed on beach sector commentators. Now, what I do understand about what Pizarro said last night, very openly, well, not openly, but what we talked about, is she definitely did say that people outside of the frenemy sector want to use the frenemy sector for content, but then when they come into the frenemy sector and attack people, then that's not really looked. Listen, if the rules are to be, not as negative and stuff like that, and people say that the frenemy sector people have to use content from because there's nothing going on in the beef sector. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about the frenemy sector, so I can't say that she's wrong, including me. Right now, I'm talking about frenemy sector, and I'm not frenemy sector, which is kind of crazy, right? What's up, Diane? Diane, listen, if you could see me, my hands over my face too, to be honest with you. By the way, Envy, your shirt had absolutely nothing to do with the LGBTQIA community at all. My shirt, your shirt. Okay. I don't know what I said about that Cole's World, but were you talking about like the metaphor that I used is a shirt? Berlin Bay, I'm sick of this serious stuff. Well, my thing is hey, I guess you guys will have fun tonight. It's not about being serious, honestly. It's not. It's about me answering to other content creators that have done different things. So if you think this is serious, I don't know what to tell you. Like it's not Romper Room. This is not the Thunderdome. This is not that. This is a different kind of content. And as I said, like Also, I'm not feeling the hottest today or whatever, so I'm not delivering the content like I usually do. So, I mean, but if you're upset about how things are going over here and it's really really serious, I don't know how to help you because this content can be taken any way at all whatsoever. You got the Jay Wilson thing, right? Trying to say that I'm, you know, trying to come into the LGBTQIA, nobody asked me to, blah 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 blah. Which he doesn't really feel like that. You got the Bizarro and Lolo situation or whatever. So if you think this is serious, I mean, the people can either go with it or they can ignore it. You know, I hate those damn eyes, ladies. Too, Jesus. Monday was the beginning of a productive and positive summer. Yeah, I caught maybe like the middle of the men's panel, and besides a little whining from some of the men, the conversation was good. And Mr. Williams had his belt out last night, and I loved it. Cold World. I'm very, very interested. Where do you think that the whining was? Because I dropped down. I dropped down. I was like, okay. I came and showed and tried to give my opinion a couple times or whatever, but it definitely was a roller coaster. I'll say that because not all men are created equal. You know, some men like, oh, I want to say something. Everybody's gonna hear me, or I'm gonna start tripping. Some people like to like control the energy around the discussion. So if you're talking about that, I totally understand. Y'all got too much going on back in the bushes. Keep the comments to myself. Okay, ladies, do. Would you say, John, it's you to do your commentary? Oh yeah, I'm always going to do my commentary. Trust me, I got you. I once made the analogy, you know, how certain nightclubs pay people to do their dancing before they really even are up to make it look busier. Oh yeah, absolutely. Just like the NBA stadiums where they turn on those LED lights and try to make the LED lights look like the seats are full. I love it when people do that because that lets me talk more shit about the NBA because I'm a football fan. Um, Dana says, "How do you want to get away and be left alone, but still in B sector chats and panels?" A lot of people ask that as well, but Jesus, a lot of people ask that, and I'm kind of that's why I was trying to figure out the infrastructure. Now, let's look at it this way. Let's say beach sector people can go anywhere. And I don't think Bizarro's trying to control grown ass adults to say you can't type in somebody's chat. I think just like anybody else. Okay, let's take a mod for example. Let's say one of my mods sits and watches me get dogged out for 2 hours, right? And they're typing in the chat, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. I'm like, hey, um, I don't control mods. Y'all are grown adults. Like I gave you a rant for a very specific reason. And you know, damn, you listen to me get dragged for 2 hours. You're over there saying ha 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 and shit like that. So I'm wondering, I think if I had to guess that the frenemies, if they're in a chat, it's all good. But if they're dragging the sector, then obviously they shouldn't be able to participate. I mean, Pizarro can definitely correct me if I'm wrong there. Or they're not supposed to be there at all. I highly doubt that's the case because Pizarro did say that they needed to be at, you know, enough chat rooms or enough chat, enough panel, or you know, things along those lines to promote themselves. Did you explain yourself? Let me shut up. What am I supposed to explain? Exactly, very few. Not to mention the ad libs during the show. The outbursts are hilarious. Jesus. Let's see here. Father's Day on Sunday. Absolutely. Let's see here. 194 in the chat. I appreciate that. What did Queen Hoochie Mama? Is there anything I could do to make you feel better, Envy? No. No. The Miss O, I appreciate you coming around more consistently. I've definitely been around your block recently as well. Well, if Ghetto, for example, is on the labels, I'm on we have content that you will talk about. We would all have to, yeah, segregate if the content is not to be mixed. Absolutely, TMO. I mean, the greatest example of that is your court. right? So when you have courts, you're not like, okay, are all y'all beef sector? Oh, okay, cool. We can have court. Are all y'all Mo3 sector? Okay, we can have court. Frenemy sector, whatever. It would be boring as hell if everybody from the frenemy sector or each sector, whatever, would just be court. Like if it was Mo3 sector court, I would leave. If it was beef sector court, I would leave. If it was any of that. So that's the best way I can pull that together for you. Imagine if somebody told you personally, this person, that person, this person, that person can't come to court. So I think you got your mind wrapped around what the point I'm trying to make. Nicole, you're not alone. Panel's not. Oh. Let me hold on. Wow. I'm tripping. Okay, so Well Ghetto, for example, is on panels. I'm on we may have content that we talk about we're willing to segregate. No, I don't think that you should segregate anything because guess what? Nobody helps you press the go live button. I wish I would. When I press the go live button on my channel, I do whatever I want. It's very, very basic. Panels and labor gotcha. So hopefully TMO, hopefully I explained that well about the court thing because just like YTC, for example, let's take YTC. YTC has the morning show that keeps us, under wraps of some of the things that we more than likely missed. We all don't have we all don't have the same schedule to be up all night or up all morning or up all afternoon or whatever. We rely on her to bring forth the news so we can see what's going on, and that pretty much starts the day of content. So is Y2 or YouTube cameras not supposed to talk about somebody because they don't like the other person? I'd be the first person on the link to be like, hold on a second. You told half the story, YTC. You said that Ghetto's not going to interview at Lolo's. Well, if YTC delivered the content that way to stay just frenemies, right? She wouldn't be able to explain the context of why that happened. She wouldn't be able to be like, okay, that's because Lolo said something about 3.0, so therefore it's off the table. So is she supposed to talk about just a certain sector? I don't think that's going to happen. My shows are, I would say similar, bring the news up to the point that we're at, and then we go into the evening. So should I not talk about somebody and this and that? Listen, if somebody does that to YouTube cameras, I'm going to be the first one over there, throwing tables, kicking chairs over or whatever, because that shit ain't happening, period. Envy is from Beef Enemy Sector. I created that Shaka Zulu because I always put two sectors together, like Mo Beef Sector. But let me show you something real quick. All right. And I do things deliberately. Okay, so let me show you guys something real quick. Because I know some people don't look at the banners. And I said the other day that I was gonna go ahead and cover a whole lot more. And I'm not gonna just pigeonhole myself to a sector because I don't understand. All right, so I want you guys to look at this very carefully, right? Um, and then we're going to be headed to Pizarro's. Hold on, let me lock her in real quick while you guys are looking at this. All right, so what the hell does my banner say? Because I can do whatever the hell I want to do. What does my banner say up there at the top? It says beef, ops, music, prison, frenemy sector. What the hell do you think that means? That means I'm covering everybody. I don't give a damn who you are. I'm clicking whoever's link. I feel like it. I'm letting people covering everybody. I feel like it because I think it's weak to, listen, I don't need any flashcards on how to live my life. It's gonna be that way. And the thing is, listen, if I get banned, you're not. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it. Hold on, let me get this show in here because it's not coming up. Just 1 second. Because my thing is, I'm never a hater. And what I mean by a hater is wherever the content is continuing, That's exactly where we're gonna go. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'm just making sure that we will be over there. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I got like a bunch of people running around here doing maintenance and crazy shit. Okay. Let me make sure we're set. And her response, just so you know, I'm looking at Pizarro's live right now. I always like to, roll into the next live with some kind of context. Girl, these bitches got me. That was what she put down. Believe she's starting at 301. Okay, cool. I got you, Pizarro. Trust me. All right. So let me finish with these comments or whatever. Somebody put a comment. Let's see here. Um, but what if they laughed at lighthearted comment? They could have. They could have, but as I said, I know that Lolo's going to come explain it. I mean, not here, obviously, but I know that she's going to explain it somewhere, somehow. What's up, Angela White? Frenemies are a person who smiles in your face, talks behind your back. Sometimes you get along, sometimes not. A love hate thing, or is no, you're not completely wrong. Frenemies basically means a few different things. You could trauma bond. You can join each other that you're the enemy of to get together because you have a common enemy. Or it could be the makeup to breakup situation. If you're a friend and then you're an enemy, you pretty much that's what Beef Sector and everybody else pretty much does anyway. So I hope it doesn't go too much to the friend side. I hope it goes to the enemy side as well, because we got to keep things trunked up. Can somebody, let me see, can somebody, hang on. I'm just putting in Pizarro's chat if she's ready to go live, because obviously that's where we're going. Let's see here. Save. Okay. Anything else? Let me see. I will hit on a couple things real quick, so we can go over here. But sorry today. I'm not the most entertaining person in the world on this microphone and shit. Boring or whatever. But sorry about my voice and stuff. That's making it even worse. Because I try to at least have some content that's a little bit better, and I try to have a good delivery, but this is rough. It will be interesting to see how the neutral supportive CCs will have to adjust. Jesus. Well, like me, that will be interesting. Because let's just say HTX. How do you think this would break down? Let's say that I covered Lolo and Ghetto. I'm just using a current example, and this is the hypothetical, not saying I feel this way or going to move this way or anything, but let's just say that I covered that situation. And let me take the side of Lolo, okay? Now, taking the side for Lolo, I say, okay, well, it wasn't like she was dogging out the sector like on a panel. She didn't make it a big deal. She didn't go live about it. She just laughed at a comment. Now, laughing at a comment is that as strict as being on a panel talking shit or whatever. And her laughing at something, should that be evaluated as her completely not being able to do an interview? And then should someone adjust their content based on an individual's opinion? And as I said, Ghetto wanted to let ZX up, and it was kind of like, well, if you do that, then that's not going to make much sense because he's banned from the frenemies. But now, if I didn't think that Lolo was banned from frenemies, so it's kind of like a day-to-day thing, which makes it kind of complicated. If I set up an interview on Monday and Pizarro or anybody else that's head frenemy gets mad on Tuesday and my interview is supposed to be on Wednesday, do I have to cancel? I mean, there is a lot of different questions about how the foundation is pushed, and Lola will definitely, as we know, say, "What did I do?" Listen, Lolo, like when you answer those questions, hey, give it to the people the way that you want to give it to them, because you know you're going to hear it back 100,000 times. So you might as well do that. I got you. I got it, Emmy. That's what's up, TMO. Let's see. SB, what'd you say? Majority of those subbies or content creators just follow the popular crazy folks. It shows what kind of people they are in real life. The Jim Jones of ghetto YouTube. Let's go. Shout out to you, SB. Stop expecting loyalty from strangers on YouTube when you barely can expect it from people in your real life. This is a virtual experience. We're all actors in a unscripted dialogue. Some are scripted though. Angela White, my thing is this is interactive television, which that's why I love it, because there's storylines, there's people arguing, there's people getting along, there's people creating groups. I love YouTube because it's not like you just have to sit and watch videos. Like, okay, that was cool. How to fly a helicopter, that was great. Best places to go travel, that was great. And here you actually get to be a part of the narrative, a part of the storyline, a part of the opinions, a part of pretty much everything. So I love it. And the scripting part, yeah, but these people, the people who have scripted lately are the worst play runners I've ever seen in my life. So we'll just leave it at the loyalty to strangers. And I will say this, Angela White, I will always put something on myself if I do it. I'm not going to just automatically say, "Oh no, I would never do that," and sit here and be fake. I'm loyal on YouTube. Okay, which actually goes against your comment that I could just kind of go along with it. But I'm loyal on YouTube, very loyal, and unfortunately, it usually backfires, which is crazy. I have no idea why things like that would backfire, but it is what it is. You got loyalty over royalty, you got royalty over loyalty, right? Which one's most important to you? Do you want to build long-standing relationships, or do you want to have a temporary go along, get along attitude? What do we got down here? Thank you, Black Girls Code, for allowing me to express the unpopular but much needed truth behind your live stream. B sector, the frenemies, free Lolo. I appreciate that, Black Girls Code. Listen, I don't like yes people. I think you know that by now. If I sat here and everybody was like rah rah rah, like I don't need the band, cheerleaders, the spirit team, or anything like that. I like it when people actually make me think. I like it when people make me have to be like, nah, I think I was tripping a little bit. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support. It goes a long way, Black Girls Code. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, just chilling. Oh, this Mr. Spicy's over here. Passively brought it up. No, you're good. You're good. And as I said, Black Girls Code, don't get tired of me saying thanks, but I really do appreciate it. I don't want you to think I take you for granted in any way whatsoever. Let's see here. It'll be interesting to see how the neutral supporter CCs. Oh, okay. I already read that, but I'm gonna tell you, HTX. Listen, in Soul Sister, I'm gonna say something about you to to explain this. Okay, and Soul Sister, the reason why I'm giving you so much hell is because you're not doing anything that you said you're gonna do. And I definitely would have given anybody hell. And I don't want people to be like, that's an easy target to go after. I'm not using her as a target. I'm just saying the same thing and reiterating. Okay, so the perfect example is she's supposed to be a neutral supporter, but all of a sudden her goldfish drowned. She's struck. She's got to take a class. She's got to do everything other than go live because she said she got struck on a short. So I want to see how somebody like Soul Sister is going to move, because I think that you're rushing into things and try to create a situation where you feel like you'll be a part of a group. And my thing is, why come up and ask us about StreamYard, damn StreamYard, how to do videos or whatever, but then not even go to this class that we can get you to go live. But anyway, I want to see how somebody like her is going to adjust because I feel like, through the pressure or whatever, I think you are kind of patting yourself with excuses, but that's just me. Whatever. I would say that about anybody. You guys know that. HCX, I believe that more CCs will not be repetitive to this are receptive. My bad. Majority of these content creators already read that. My bad, y'all. Exactly. Envy, you're a reporter. You report on every crazy ass. Yes, that is true, SB. And people get mad at me for saying that. I'm not a content creator. I'm a reporter, right? To me, like content creators get into the shit. They swang and bang and do their thing. And people don't realize like all the things that have been thrown at me. They just don't like how I handle it. They want me to scream and holler and do these theatrics when I could just basically throw out subliminals, troll, and do my thing. And it's psychological warfare. This is a sport out here. If people don't get how I fight back, I don't give a damn. But people hate that reporter stuff because they think I don't get myself in the mix. But I do get myself in the mix. If I feel like there's something that uh if I'm bored or the content isn't contenting or whatever, I will most definitely jump into some shit and try to make myself content. I can make myself content any day I feel like it. I can make myself content in the next 5 minutes, which I'm here to do. But guess what? Even if I have to make myself content, I'll come back and report. I always say I report the news. I don't make the news. If you don't want me to talk about you, don't do dumb shit. Because I'm just waiting on the next person to do some dumbass, hypocritical, weird, bipolar, manic shit that I can actually come back here and talk about. And that's why I go and crash parties sometimes. Okay, I'm very very loyal to you supporters, the people that'll jump down and type, the people that are in the bushes and the clouds that aren't hating. So I'm always going to do that. I'm going to be as entertaining as I possibly can because I can't be myself really behind this microphone. It sucks. Like people literally think I'm the life of the party, but when I get on this bitch, it's like, "Ew, Jesus, you were always behind the scenes." I'm like, the reason why I'm doing this, assholes, is because I don't want to just say that I don't know how somebody feels when they got to come out here and press the go live button. um a frenemy or a frenemy is uh can't say that word. A friend and enemy, it describes someone who acts like a pal but secretly harbors resentment, engages in subtle sabotage, or roots from you for your failure. Jesus. Well, I mean, I honestly think that the frenemy sector already has that. But you know what? My thing is what are we looking for? We're looking for the drama. We're looking for the mess. We're looking for our expectations of what we have on a sector. And if there's no mess, there's no craziness or whatever. Why would we watch it? Psychologically, that name doesn't make sense. The psycho section would be hey, listen, I didn't chisel it into the damn cement when it was still wet, so I have no idea. Because if someone appears to support in your presence but behind your back they really don't. Correct. Did Pizarro tell TMO that she didn't like how TMO let people talk about her on the panel? She told us, but did she tell TMO yet? Jesus, you write that shit down. You know me, I'll get down to the bottom of whatever y'all ask me to get down to the bottom of. I'll tell TMO that she didn't like people on her panel. Okay. All right. But told us, did you tell TMO yet? Well, the thing is, though, she can't tell TMO anything because TMO is beef sector. You know what I'm saying? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I know I'm not going crazy, but TMO is black or Jesus, beef sector. About to say black sector, but beef sector. So she doesn't have any control over that panel. If Pizarro was mad about people being on TMO's panel, I don't think that should be directed at TMO. Maybe that should be directed toward the frenemies that were on the panel. I'm just thinking that logically, right? Um, yeah, but hey, that question right there, maybe they talked about it already, but that would be interesting, because that's mess, right? Now we got Lolo and Ghetto and Pizarro. We got TMO and Pizarro. We're here to create mess as well, not to just sit here and have a great time. And we always explain it. Jesus, should Ghetto be canceled? Is it to his discretion or someone else's? Ghetto's not canceled because Ghetto fell in line with the rules. Just chilling out. Passively brought it up. No, you're good. All right, let's see. Mrs. Spicy's, where you at? Okay. Envy, really, Envy, why do you always have a hard time? I don't know. You can be low, but it's crazy to expect it from strangers you probably will never meet. No, I get that. I get that. But you know what? This is our world. This is our metaverse. This is our area or whatever. So my thing is especially when you get to the content creator part of things, it does become emotional. Content creating is emotional. I always say if you have a great show, it's like, oh my God, I did my thing. And if you have a horrible show, you feel terrible. And as I said, like, you know, what the hell did I say? You always have a hard time. Strangers probably. So yes, they're strangers to us, but they're actually our subscribers and supporters, and we really, really do care about them. I was not mad. Oh, there you go. I was not mad at TMO. That's a lie. I said I didn't like how Dragon spoke on my. Oh, that's right. Mm, I forgot about that. I didn't know exactly where that went down because I did see you say something about your sound bites. Um, so let me ask you this. If TMO had somebody on the panel that broke Frenemies rules, I would assume that people that go outside of the Frenemies sector always has to represent the rules. So is the content creator okay in your eyes if someone from the frenemy sector breaks the rules, or are you upset with the frenemy sector who broke the rules on TMOs? So what I'm asking pretty much, do you feel like the content creator is responsible for everything that happens on their platform? That's what we always say. But do you also think that the frenemy is responsible for the way that they move? That'd be something that I'd really like to be answered. I remember the psychology class we used to have case studies weekly, and coming to Envy's lives always feel like that. We were outside, exchange ideas. Hey, I'm just too corporate. Yeah, I'm corporate institutionalized. So that's the problem. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I do feel like I want structure, and I will explain to you, SP, the reason why I'm like this. I want people to watch from the beginning of my show to the end of my show, not this timestamp to that timestamp. I'm going to give you what the topics are. I'm going to follow the topics. If somebody hits my panel, I'm all about no derailment. I'm all about not regurgitating. Like, I'm all about a one and done. Because if I sat here and derailed and started going off of the topic, then y'all would be annoyed. Now, is it the most interesting, entertaining way to deal with things? Probably not. But that's what I'm not here for. I'm not here for that. I'm definitely here to give you the information, throw it out there, hopefully make it content, and then we can get some answers. So you guys got to definitely realize we did bring a whole lot to this show that I want to see, just kind of how it rolls out. Okay. I was, oh, okay. I already clicked on that. It was Dragons who broke it. Oh, which is why she left. I can't tell TMO what to do or anyone else. Correct. Okay. That answers that question. So basically, if you are part of the frenemy sector and the frenemy sector has embraced you, supported you, and basically all the frenemy sector asked in return to follow the rules, you have to represent yourself like that. Like, for example, if I'm a part of a company, right? And that company, let's say, is a PR agency or whatever, and everybody knows I'm from that PR agency, like Edelman, Ketchum, Burrell, whatever. I can't wear a Ketchum or Burrell shirt or whatever, and then go out and get drunk, make an ass of myself, get into a fight without them taking that personal. So, okay, so the official rule is if you are a frenemy, when you go out there, whether you're at home base, which would be a Pizarro's or somebody else, represent yourself within what you agreed that the rules were going to abide by. Because clearly, if you put somebody else, if you go as a quote unquote public figure and put yourself in the mix, and then go back to the frenemy sector, it's like, how can we welcome you back after you broke the rules that we said not to break? So we got it. It's not about TMO. It's not about the content creator. It's about the frenemy acting out, I guess we could call it that way. I asked if you discussed it with TMO. I never said you was mad at her. You brought it up yesterday. So I asked. Okay. That would be an interesting question. Let's get that back. So basically, the way that we'll bring that together is she doesn't necessarily care what the content creator says. So basically, the fact that she doesn't care, should she still talk to the content creator? Because that's kind of like doing two things at once. Because if you don't care, you don't necessarily have to, speak to the person. But if you do care, then you do. So that would be a very interesting answer that Pizarro could give us on that. I don't trust none of y'all. Should you trust me? I don't know y'all, and y'all don't know me. But the interaction, woo bang and cussing out. But I also support some financially for entertainment. Yeah, Angela White. I honestly, we get attached to our subscribers and supporters. We look at the chat to see where certain people are. We see what other people are talking about. Hey, I saw this at this person's show. I saw that at that person's show. We really do pay attention. I'm telling you. And as I said, I'm going to talk about a lot of this in my members only live on Saturday. But what I'm going to also do during the week on my show and also RY and I's, I'm going to start dropping the link a little bit earlier so that you guys can come up here and, debate the topic or whatever the case may be. And then we can get different viewpoints and whatnot. I'm definitely going to start dropping the link shortly. I promise. Probably like maybe two shows from now. Definitely by next week, I'll do that for y'all. And my members only, as I said, typically are cammed up, so we can definitely get our shit off. I don't know why she would have been considered as part of, based on your rules. A lot of people are doing that. See, it's like, okay, this person did this, and that. We'll forgive them. That person did this, and that. I will forgive them. Me, if I presented it, if I was Pizarro, when I was like, hey, we're gonna start banning people, whatever the case may be. If I was Pizarro, I probably would have said something along the lines of, as of today, June, whatever, 2026, we're gonna wipe the slate clean. Here are the rules. Boom, 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 boom. Zero tolerance, but we're going to wipe the slate clean based on what you've done in the past. And as long as you stick behind the bylaws, the rules, whatever you want to call it, then you're in. Because I feel like people got out before they even got to speak. But it is what it is. Do I think that people should be protected because we know the liabilities? We know that people have liabilities on each panel. Why do we let up liabilities sometimes? I don't know. Me personally, I shouldn't drop people as fast as I do. If I get annoyed with somebody and they start going off topic or saying something out of line, I just drop them. But me, that's just because of my patience and zero tolerance. I don't misconstrue people and their motives. Gotcha. Ooh. Dragons left the sector. She said she didn't want to throw people away. She cool with for a new sector. I get it. Uh, Silly, but letting someone pizza who making your day. This is confusing. Well, the reason Sula is so confusing is because there's no clear cut like manual, I guess we could call it. So yeah, it's confusing to me as well because there's a lot of different balls rolling, like lane one, lane two, lane three. There's three different bowling games going on. So I guess Sula, all we could do is just let it all come together, because as I said, right now I really, really, really like, whether it be tonight on her own show tomorrow, I don't know, but I hope Lolo doesn't say, oh, it just doesn't matter, I don't care, because hey, you have every right in the world to tell people how you feel based on your own damn platform. If somebody asked me about my platform, who I was setting the interview up with, who I was bringing up, who I wasn't, I'd be pissed, because I'm gonna start doing rotating co-hosts, just like RY does with the Girl Talk. I'm gonna have different co-hosts up here. So if people are pissed off with that co-host or whatever, I don't know what to tell you. But it is what it is. The first one I have set up is frenemies for sure. I believe, what's today? Tomorrow. Tomorrow, I believe that Sneaky Link will be a co-host. And if I make somebody a co-host, I don't. If it's prison sector, it'll probably be Pino. If it's Mo 3 sector, it might be Cam or Mahey or somebody else like that. Frenemy sector, just my first co-hosting situation, out of support for the sector, as I said, is Sneaky Link. All right. What'd you say? Envy said I was mad at her from her comment. Oh, right. Well, that's what I thought, Bizarre. I thought you were mad at her about her comment at YTC's. That's what I thought. Diane, we all started over we all started over and Dragons was given a chance. Well, I yeah, I would say that to an extent, Bizarro. That we all started over, right? Hang on. And that Dragons was given a chance. But and I understand that, if, for example, I understand that with a diva, diva being able to give a chance or whatever the case may be, because when she puts up information, it's very public and people think it's doxing or whatever. But some of the things that she's done, I think y'all would have looked at her and had a little bit more of a deliberation, because I know that Octavius and Ken and ZX, whatever, got canceled. And I don't necessarily think it was like they dox, they disrespect, whatever. I totally understand that. But eh, that's why Dragons actually should have taken it more serious, to be real with you. Like, there's no second or third chances of breaking rules that were set. But the reason why I said those other people were not given a chance, oh, Jay Dunn, that's right. I'm not given a chance is because I guess that's how far they went. But Dragons, if they didn't like you, they could have brought up something like you ask for money or you scream over people. And when you scream over people, you blame myself and Pizarro for almost getting you evicted, like because we didn't have any control over your damn voice. Okay. So, however that rocks or whatever, yeah, you were given a second chance. And the one thing that the beef sector did say, I asked very specifically, I said, hey, if somebody leaves the beef sector and then goes over and does something else, okay, and I actually use this as like Rodney and ZX's rents, because I was like, hey, if ZX starts going off about gay people, what are you going to do? And Jay Wilson was like, well, they better not come back crying if that happens. So are you allowed? I would be very interesting. In Dragons, you're not the only one, but I would be really side eyeing somebody that would leave a sector so fast and then reach out to the sector that they left to be reaccepted. That doesn't, that makes me nervous. You know what I'm saying? Not nervous about what you're gonna do. But then they were saying, I didn't see it, but perception is everything. Dragons, they did say that you kind of alluded to people's channels. And what could happen to their channels. Now, that's just a rumor at this point, but hopefully that didn't happen because that's one of the things that you're definitely promised to stay away from when we had those issues. Just my opinion, but I understand that you wanted to wipe the slate with some, but not others. That's what I knew people were going to say. That's basically why I covered that. Envy, you're a friend of me. No, I'm not a friend of me. Let's see here. Diane, I agree, but she's not. In the sector anymore. Got it. Diva S's man, she was doxing Diane. Oof. Oh shit. Last thing I knew is that she wasn't. Okay. Damn. Okay. So I don't know. I can't keep up with all the people who are banned and stuff. And okay, so let me. All right. So, since we all can't keep up with who's banned on a daily basis, right? Let's say that somebody has diva on on their panel, right? And she's not even disrespectful about frenemies or anything else. If someone has her on the platform, can that person still involve themselves in the frenemy sector, being neutral between somebody that's banned or not? I'd really like the answer to that. That'd be great. Go read Lemon's well post, read the comments. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Hold on one second. Is that the one that you were in the comments? Let's see here. Okay. I will do that. I guess I'll carry my own bone, right? On pizza. Oh, Jay Wilson versus the male panel. Rico, Jay Wilson, Ghetto gets the news sector in shambles, kinda. The rest are the return of Ness and KRN. Noble thirsty for attention. I beat the plays. Malik had the gift of dragon. Is Daria in danger already? Talent being messy early in the morning. I'm just right here. Pizza versus Lolo will cancel the interview. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the comments now because I definitely want to. I'm just right here. Okay, okay. Do you see how Envy is trying his best to attach himself to pizza? Pathetic. He's born it. So, okay. Okay, let's see here. I mean, he had to survive some kind of way. Okay, cool. That stuff right there, that's par for the course. You know what I'm saying? It's par for the course. I don't understand if I sat here and I showed that I did 1.6 million views, that we opened up the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, that we signed a deal with Vans, that we signed a deal with K Michelle to do a black sunglass company that does custom glasses, and I had Pino call into back on Fig directly to Adam 22's cell phone, and then Hater World actually reviewed it or whatever. I'm not stuck. Like, and then ROI clearly told everybody I'm not stuck. I took her over to prison sector ministry or whatever. Everywhere we went, it was like envy, hey, envy, hey, and then contact on Instagram, say, hey, if you ever want to, if you ever want me to slide over there and do something with you, this and that. And these are people who have actually like really, really, really large content creators. So I'm not really quite understanding where I'm supposed to try to fit in because I'm under Bizarro or not under Bizarro, but like kissing Bizarro's ass or whatever. Like what do I get out of that? You know what I'm saying? Because don't you think that don't you think that it's hypocritical, because somebody could say, okay, if Lemon's not frenemy, how can frenemy people be there? Like if Lemon was put out a frenemy, then the frenemy's over there because it's a tug of war on who's over there and who's not. So if you think I'm doing extra from Bizarro, like I don't understand. Like you can't snap your fingers and go to the prison sector and get respect. You can't snap your fingers and go to the beach sector or wherever. You know what I'm saying? Like the it's the show at night, and that's what it is. So I honestly, honestly, when it comes to him, I give people nicknames that I don't necessarily want to talk about. So his is Timu Timmy. Okay, so Timu Timmy, relax. I don't give a shit. Um, Anyway, Diana, agree. What you guys do? Mrs. Intel, just my opinion. Okay, you guys were going. Hey, Pizarro, if there's Machiavelli, what's going on, Machiavelli? I just want to say that name friend of me is corny as fucking y'all. Like faces perfect, Jesus Christ, Machiavelli. I I always highlight comments. Hey, soul sister. Hey, anyway. Oh. Anyway, hey, Envy, what's up, Machiavelli? If I'm allowed to be honest, I feel some is using the sector to build their channels, and once they do, like a ghost, they're gonna be like ghost and poof. I mean, some people could be. You said I'm still trying to stream yard. It said try again later. Okay. Jesus. I mean, soul sister, just tell us that you need some time before you want to go live. Okay, Jesus. All that girl do is lie and cry, and she fucked up with Lemon's channel. She'll wildly do the next. People got to stop looking at who a person hooks up, and just know they will fix you up if they have to. Well, I mean, yes, yes. And somebody say, isn't it funny how somebody says that I have wait that I'm kissing somebody's ass, but they kiss somebody's ass and called their bitch. I don't think Pizarro's ever gonna do that to me. But anyway, respectfully, I mean, did you say pizza's going live next? I mean, no disrespect. No, I don't usually let people write that in the chat because that would be crazy. But Diane, yes, or Diane, I definitely said she's going live next. I'm actually waiting for her to go live. She was scheduled. Hold on a second. Let me see if she's still scheduled. Yeah, she was scheduled at 3:01. Okay. Well, I mean, I appreciate the hanging back or whatever. I don't know if that's why you had something going on or whatever the case may be. But yeah, we're waiting for her to go live. So, hang out for a little bit or whatever, and we will head our crazy asses over there because as I said, I'm gonna write it down again. Okay, the Lolo thing. All right. Lolo, TMO. And I don't necessarily think she has to direct things towards TMO, but I want to see what the panel situation is. So she's okay with Dragon's situation on there. Okay, and then with Lolo, it's like okay, she's gonna or uh Ghetto was gonna be the interviewee. But Lolo said something about pizza, so that's a no go. So I think I have good questions to ask pizza, and hopefully we can move the content along. Roomsaker says she heard the man say in the prison sector that the men love when young guys come. That's because they don't have their guns. Woo child. That's crazy. So, mm, so has she been a part of the prison sector? Um, so find me K Frog saying something like that. Find me Wes Watson that says something like that. Pino, 1090 Jake, um, prison profile stories. Joe does stuff. Like find me somebody in the prison sector that actually believes that. Because I hate it when somebody spews something out. Like, give me an example. Tell me what content creator and tell me a video that makes sense. We all like what Emmy does. He is not here for the rah rah. I'm not here for the rah rah. It's just gonna be like it is. But don't get me wrong. Like I'm literally waiting for somebody to. Well, I'm not really waiting, but there is gonna be a point where somebody's gonna piss me off enough where I go into the disrespectful mode, and my disrespect probably can't be taken back. And then I will have to let people know that I can be banned because my I don't stop. Like I literally don't stop until, as I said, I always say, cars get towed, eviction notices get stapled on your garage. I'm not really gonna evict you. I just want to embarrass you to your neighbors and things like that. Like I can definitely get diabolical. I just want to stop being evaluated. I want to stop being talked about, whatever the case may be. And for example, when Pizarro went and said, "Go look at the community wall and this and that." Okay, well, I wish I would have a bunch of people that say, oh my God, make sure this new channel gets 1,000 and this and that." But listen, as I said, Timu Timmy, I'm not really gonna talk about him because I don't deal with fair weather people. It's crazy that he called Lolo like fair weather because she's a people pleaser or whatever. But when you're cool with somebody, you got like their best interests. You don't talk shit about them, and you slow people about talking about shit and just whatever. And then it's just constantly trying to get in, trying to fit in, trying to do this, trying to do that. That's what people do in the media. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I, I'm not going to change who I am, what I do. I just don't participate over there. Now I do my actual job at night and play these damn tournaments and keep it moving. Somebody could tell me what happens over there. I don't give a shit. Okay. Let's see. The only reason I went and looked is I was asked to read the community wall. Well, Envy, that's really, really not hard to believe, especially when you hear Felice Johnson, the Money Bandit. Yeah, but he's not really prison sector. He does stuff or whatever, but he would never be welcomed into the actual prison sector. Never. Because people might say, "Oh yeah, that's a clout chase. You guys want to be in there because it's fleece." Uh, no one wants to be accepted that way because prison is a very segregated place. It's not just racially segregated, ethnicity segregated, or anything like that. There's a rule, very clear rule in prison and in jail. If you allow yourself to be cellmates with an individual of the other lifestyle and you don't attempt to get that person out of there, then you are that. They've accepted it. When you shut that door and lock it, they don't know what you're doing back there. So they just consider you as gay at that point. So uh, it's a completely different vibe. They don't hate anybody, but they definitely have their set rules, and that would never happen. Felice Johnson is not coming around no damn Pinot channel. Who else reviewed me? Black Dragon, or not Black Dragon, but Haters World, AD, or any of those other people. Absolutely not. Also, why not go to YouTube, Patreon? If she, he, they wants to be seclusive, or yeah, seclusive, just use the Patreon, just like Sean Bradley used to do. Yeah, I mean, hey, you can use the Patreon, you can use Twitter, you can use Twitch, you can do whatever you want to do. It's crazy that people come on here to make it not fun. They definitely take the fun out of it, and it's stalkerish as hell. Like if somebody has to continuously try to find a way, like I've had several people do that to me. Like if I breathe, it's like, oh, he should have breathed 1 second before he did. He's not getting enough oxygen. If I do the news, it's like, oh, you shouldn't really do the news because you should be a content creator and get into this shit. Listen, not people are not going to be satisfied. But the thing is like if somebody's an op of mine and somebody has ill will and talk down on me over and over and over and over again when I don't talk down on them, it doesn't mean that I'm just sitting back doing nothing. I'm telling you, like, if I get tired of you, I'm gonna try to get you gone. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Without using YouTube. Okay, so when I made this, right, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Now, Eric Costo in the prison sector, basically, I was trolling him. I was like, we were like arch nemesis on getting his channel, or I was trying to get his channel up out of here. He was trying to get mine up out of here. But here was the setup. I'm gonna play him talking about. I switched the interview of him and Pino because I was setting up a fight between him and Pino. I said, I don't want to do it on my channel anymore because let's go ahead and do it on your channel in front of your people. But as soon as he pissed me off, I basically told everybody to come over to my channel. Then they started hanging out with me. You know what I'm saying? And then a few other things happened, but let's leave that alone for now. Here we go. So this is Eric Costa, the one that basically I got up out of the prison sector without any help from anybody else. I'll play that, and then I'll play on the screen exactly what I said. I'm going to stick around and to get them up out of here. Like, I will be that person at any time. Let's go.
Change of plan. The live is still going on tonight, but it's going to be on my channel, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to get on live. Envy's going to come on. Once Envy's on, we'll get Pino on, and we'll start the debate. And for all you guys that think Envy's my homie and on my side, I have respect for Envy. I'm a fan of his show. So I show respect when respect is given. But you guys need to understand, Envy has no picks. Okay? I don't call Envy. I call him Psycho Billy.
All right, so that's the person I went to war with, right? Okay. He was being trolled at that point. But look at the comment at the bottom of the screen when I say this, okay? That was Eric Costo. As I said, I did everything to him. Had his girl flying to places and doing the most. He's like, where's Jennifer? Oh my God, where's Jennifer? Was she's in a different city hanging out with one of my homeboys, okay, bruh? But anyway, look at the bottom of the screen here, and this is actually about him. Okay.
You know what, though? Everybody in the building and everybody that's going to come in the building, go ahead and subscribe, set your notifications, hit that bell, and set it to all, because I'm going live. Like, I'm going live until he's the fuck up out of here. Okay? That's it. Fuck him.
I figured. Jesus. Yeah, see, I got electricians and plumbers and everything in between around here. Damn. I got a breaker popped and all kinds of other stuff. Woo. It's gonna be a tough day, y'all. But Evie, you should do a prison segment. I am. That's why I put all of those sectors on my banner because I'm gonna bring people that are actually involved. And I'm not gonna just do interviews, Cole's World. I'm gonna get in their mess, in their mix, because they got a lot of stuff going on right now with the Wes Watson, with they even got like the Carmelo Anthony. They got pretty much everything going on over there. Even the individual that helped the co-conspirator that took out Julio Fulio. He's 23 years old, and instead of giving him the death penalty, they said, "Oh no, he's better kept alive because of sweat equity." And what they meant was they wanted to keep him alive long enough so they could put him out in the fields like they did the slaves. Okay. That's what they meant by sweat equity, saying we can get all these years out of him planting fruits and vegetables and getting food together and all that shit for the prison. So basically, they created a slave. So a lot of that kind of stuff, a lot of debate, a lot of mess. For Pino to drive all the way to Boston to fight 1090 Jake, that shit was crazy. Got like 6.5 million views on No Jumper and shit like that or whatever. If you all want to see exactly what I was talking about when it comes down to some of the interactions I've had like real people. I got clout in real life. Like the man code television, this is networking. And if people talk about the numbers or fitting in or whatever, I've already made the inroads I needed to make. I've already done business with people off of the beef sector. I'm still looking to hire somebody for $93,000 a year. So I'm not broke. I don't need to be on here for a couple hours for 1,200 views or whatever it is. So when people focus on me based on being on here, I actually focus on them about being outside. Like, is that a fair argument? Like, if I'm on the internet and somebody talks about me, different doing different content, or I should be doing this and should be doing that. If I prove that I can come on here and go to the prison sector, whatever, can we have a challenge for somebody else? Like, I want to see, like, for some of these people, I want to see a picture of someone they took to prom, someone they took to homecoming, whatever. Your homeboys. I want to see like some football pictures, some sport pictures, regular people shit. Maybe have people come on here that dealt with the individual that talks shit about me. Come have somebody come on here in your real life and just say, yeah, man, I've been cool with this cat, all his life or whatever. I mean, if you played football, it's real simple. Just click on it. You know what I mean? But if somebody who literally there's several people that do this, that they go to sleep at 7 and then 9 on a panel, and then YouTube all day. I don't care what those people have to say, because talk to me about when you went out to the football game. Talk to me about when you went on a date. Talk to me about like some real life stuff, and then I'll give a shit. But anyway, because as I said, we are all dropping drops in the ocean of an entire. We're all drops in the ocean out here. Like, I I don't argue with people that have a million subscribers. I have them on my channel, like 1090J. You don't know that I got promotion through damn, they call him Death because he's a gamer and does fusion uh um uh damn first person shooter games. Damn, I'm tripping or whatever. So I didn't get over there on accident. But anyway, let's see here. How much time does he have to do? You rather not speak about that. Wait, how much time does he have, or do you rather not speak about that? Um, oh, listen. The thing is you start. I'm gonna give you the example about women towards certain people. You know, women will respect a man out of either, not respect, but a man will deal with a woman either out of pity or out of respect. Okay. If you feel like a woman is dealing with you out of pity, that's a whole different ball game. And if a woman deals with you out of respect, that's a whole different ball game. So me personally, like man to man, it's kind of like getting over the fact that you can, hang out in the man cave, getting over the fact that you can talk about sports, getting over the fact that you can talk about women, getting over the fact that you don't have anything in common with somebody other than the fact that you just want them to win out here doing their YouTube thing. So when that gets erased and you go back, it's about making excuses for certain people. There's certain people out here that if they did something to me, I would drag the hell out of them. I would troll them. I would ruin their lives. You know what I'm saying? But then there's certain people out here that I just feel bad for. You know what I'm saying? So if I feel bad for somebody, I know that their lifestyle is what it is at a certain point, and they're depressed, and the only thing that gets their mind off of something is this application, then what you say or do, we're not on the same level. That's like me. If I'm on the middle school football team, I run into the high school football team, ask to be the captain, and start giving a pep talk. Like, we're not on the same level, not even close. Like in real life, I have clout. Let's have a contest. Anybody who doesn't like me, take your dumb ass out there, turn on your camera. You know what I mean? turn on your camera and go to an event like I do, like the 25th anniversary of So Death. Go to an event, mix and mingle, show us how much respect you got out there, show us you know how to get there and get out of there, have some drinks, whatever you do, and let's make that a contest. I know we can do a cooking challenge and this and that. How about we do a turn your camera on to prove that you have a life outside of YouTube? Like that would be a great competition, y'all. Historian, we are at a tournament. Yeah. Yeah, literally, as I said, two breakers went out in the house. A gas line got busted, a water line got busted. It's a freaking mess. We can't even get the house back together. Jesus. Did he get it stomped out when he came to Boston? Yeah. Yeah, go watch the 1090 Jake Pino fight. Yeah. Pino definitely did his thing. And I didn't even think Pino could fight. He definitely did his thing. Yeah, I want to see it. I need a new place to go visit. Right, Cole's World. Let me tell you something. Don't just go under my live tab. Here, let me show you something real quick. If you guys, you know, if you guys ever think I'm trying to like fit in or be the only show at a certain time or whatever, so that people come to my place. Let me show you real quick. I did a lot of this on the last live, so I'm not going to do a lot of it more because people actually asked for it. But look, go. I know a lot of people don't do this because 90% of us are go live channels, but go to my videos. They're not live. Okay, go down. All right. So you got Milk 74 there, like huge content creator. Obviously, him and I there. Polar and I, 1090 Jake and I, a Milk 74 again, Sean Paul, the Young Bloods right there. That's my brother. So basically, I cheated. Then you got Blue Devil doing a review on my channel when I had Pino actually call 1090 Jake. Like, go to my videos. You know what I'm saying? My videos will definitely show you everything that you need to know about my connections. And as I said, when R&Y came over to the prison sector with me and whatnot, she was like, "Damn, these people really know you like that. All you did is just write one thing in the chat." And they were like, "What's up, Anthony? Hey, we want to come around and do something with you. Yeah, high five, let's go." You know what I'm saying? Like, and the same thing happened in different sectors. Just because I choose to do content on a certain sector doesn't necessarily mean I'm trying to fit in. It's just commentary. It's very simple. Yeah, I mean, hey, SB, and literally go look at my other channel. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Okay, let me show you guys like one thing then. If you missed it from yesterday, right? So please explain to me. Please explain to me. Let's see, Pino, right? So, and people can't tell me, oh yeah, I was invited or I wasn't invited. No, you weren't. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what Poetic Flacco says. Like, Poetic Flacco can't get anybody into no jumper. I just can't. All right, let's go. Like,
because obviously I didn't want that shit up there like that.
Right.
He took that screen recorded it, cut it, and then posted.
Wow.
And made it look like I just pushed the dude.
Wow.
So obviously you could still see in the video towards the end, you could see him like this with the gun.
So 1090J gives you his address?
So he's on live, and obviously there's like 7.
so anyway, please try to tell me. Please try to tell me how I gotta fit in. Okay, because I'm still confused. And as I said, you guys can watch the videos on your own and all that other stuff because I'm definitely not gonna go into boring the hell out of y'all watching a bunch of shit, right? So basically, I mean, Pito and I chop it up quite a bit. And let's see here. My damn videos live. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so that was 6.5 million views. I'm not trying to be like a freaking like a YouTube historian of my channel, but you guys actually always say that I haven't done shit or whatever. Damn. Hold up, y'all. Jesus Christ, I got a lot of videos. Really? Okay. Hold on. Anyway, I know y'all don't want to see. Yeah, I know y'all don't want to sit here and wait for that shit, but okay, hold on. No, bitch. Hold on. Okay. Jesus Christ. Um, Trust me, I'll get us up out of here. I want to show. I was able to pull everything up the other day. Hold on. God damn. Like really? Okay. Video. Okay. Okay. So let me give you an example real quick. Okay. Very, 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 very huge content creators. Where am I trying to fit in? I'm confused. Okay, so this is Hater World basically going over when I had Pino on there because basically this is when he called into I was like, you know what, let's call him. This is very random, very spontaneous. So when Adam 22 actually answered the cell phone, I was like, all right, cool, we got it. That's when Hater World was tripping, right? And obviously, you all already saw Pino, and you already saw his views. You already saw all that shit, right? I mean,
This to punch on head and let's knock out.
Oh, I don't like
cat.
Pino.
The first thing I'd want to beat up is a snitch, a chomo, or any of that other fuck shit. So I'm not understanding.
It's a diversion tactic. Is what it is. It's a diversion tactic. It's a bitch scared to go ahead and just stand on their feet. Bitch, I be standing. So I had hit Smack TV.
okay, so basically, how many people on their channel can be like, you know what, pick up your cell phone and pick up your cell phone and reach out to Adam. And then Adam, basically, he has a problem with Smack. Smack is a dude on the right there at back on Fig. So how many people could say call Adam 22? And now that Adam 22 and Lena are actually breaking up, isn't it cool that I'm cool with Pino and I can ask Adam 22 to talk about Lena and all that other kind of stuff? Like, are you guys okay? Now here's the phone call I asked him to make. Let's go.
That statement, Adam, because
So this is when Adam is putting the phone up to the speaker. And this is from my live that we're doing in real time.
Hey man. So I had hit Smack TV. I guess he the one who run back on Big and was like, bruh, tap me in with the fade for milk. Like, what I gotta do? I gotta line the setup or what? Tap me in with the.
check it out. Ain't nobody gotta line you up with nobody, homie. Who the fuck are you? A piece of shit. Ain't nobody gonna line shit up with you. Milk is still respected in the hood.
Fuck he bring up
And you
Trump
wanna line it up with him. Listen, and I ain't fuck the fake.
out there in the project. Not no 2011 picture, 2009, 2005. Not none of that shit. We in 2000 fucking
out here.
I'm kind of not understanding that, to be real with you, Pino. I'm not gonna put us on the two screen or whatever. I'll talk about it later. But I'm not on your side. I'm not on his side.
outsider calls out Pino the rat for trying to set up.
Let's keep going.
Get the fuck out of here, homie. Oh, you to
The internet know that Adam got my
Smack look like Milk's daddy or his fucking trainer. Matter of fact, you just tell him, you know what, Pino? I got the fight set up. Come through, my boy. You know.
So basically to have someone, someone on the channel that has millions and millions and millions and millions of views and locked into with 1090 Jake and all that shit, calling Adam 22, and then having that go on the radar of Hater World, who has hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, that actually wants to do a review of my channel. Like, I don't understand. Where am I trying to fit in? I'm still confused. I can do biker, I can do music, I can do prison, I can do beef, I can do black, I can do both three, whatever. I want to see somebody do that, then I'll be impressed. Okay? It's not just about, oh my God, let's have these people holler at each other because we know them and we want to be shadow banned. And that's one of the things I like that Sneaky Link said. Do not get yourself shadow banned, talk about the same damn thing every time, every day, over and over and over and over and over again. So I have not been expanding my horizons at all whatsoever. It's stupid as hell. One of the main things I like about Frenemies is it's expanding the content, but also transitioning to me of feeling like, why have I stopped doing these things? Like at the beginning, I had in the title, I think one time where I said, why neglect your relationships? And I haven't been down to Social Death in a while. I haven't been down to Patchwork in a while. I haven't been to Boosie Estates in a while. I haven't done anything for a while. But if I want to, I can. I don't ever have to prove anything. And then go under my links. It's not really, really hard. On my channel, if you click on the links, you'll see my other channels. Like, I don't hide them. Go to the link under more, click on the link, go to those videos and see the views. Okay. Of the actual channels that I control. And I only get 19% royalties, but at the same time, when you do 7.9 million, 8 point whatever million, so on and so forth, 19% is pretty beautiful. So anyway, it is what it is. I really do appreciate everybody coming in the building today. I know we went well over my normal time of having a 1 o'clock show. Now, I do not see what you say, JB. You said, hey y'all. Okay. What'd you say? I just chilling. Oh, okay. Well, he needed to see what we said or what was said. Should he not be feeling or should he not have feelings about it? Yes. What's up, Peter the Panel Killer? Just chilling, but okay. Well, he needed to see what was said. Oh, should he not have feelings about it? Okay. Are you talking about who are you talking about? Because I just shared that video and stuff like that. Let me get on the same page. Also, are you going live? Because I got the redirect set up. If you're not, I can let the people, kind of, kind of bend their own corners or whatever. But are you going live? And who exactly are you talking about here? Let's see here. Excuse me, Bizarre. Don't you have some? You guys are crazy. Um, mm, don't just immerse the merch, but yeah, Bizarro, just whichever you want to do, answer and see should you not have feelings about it. You talking about Hater World? You talking about somebody in the beef sector, prison sector, wherever? Because I'm going to point you in that direction as well, Pizarro. Not just prison sector, but like different other places I go. I'm going to point you in those directions because you also, one of the things I brought to your attention is I was like, okay, are you going to get those beach sector videos off your channel if if you're going to do that, the frenemies, which I know you thought about it, let it absorb. I'm not saying I'm the sole person that had you do that. But yeah, you did that, so that showed commitment. But I'm also going to ask, you said that you're going to network. Are you willing to network? Are you willing to be the new person? Are you willing to hit these panels? Are you willing? And as I said, utilize RNY or myself as vehicles to do that. because, as I said, these delusional people think that I'm trying to compete with Manco Television. Click on the damn links that say more. Those are the other channels I built. Like, it's very simple. You know, Crucifix's channel averages 3 billion of video. I'm just having fun on Manco. You know what I mean? And the people that know. The people who have been to my website and actually see the the interviews and everything else, me behind the scenes with Jagged Edge. Like, there's so much out there that I don't have to prove to people talking to strangers. But anyway, okay, Pizarro. So those two questions. Who are you talking about? Who he not having feelings about? I'm waiting to answer that question, but I'm also trying to see if you're going live because you were scheduled at 3. RNY, you're scheduled at 5:30. Now, RNY, your 5:30 is going to be. Hold on, let me make sure you have the same subject because on me for whatever reason, if she has like a if she has like a whatever she had in the comments today, some kind of outburst, some types of feelings or whatever, she will change the damn title. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure. Let me see. Live. Midweek. Yep, midweek. So she will be going live in an hour. So everybody, do me a favor. I'm gonna take this link right here. Okay. And Pizarro's live, so we'll be out of here in a second. All right. So I am gonna take this link, this right here. Please go over there. I am going to redirect us to Bizarro's, but that link right there, please go over there and set your notifications for today's video. Okay. This is not just her channel. This is directed specifically toward, this is directed specifically toward the live that she'll be doing tonight. Please click on that. As I said, I'll redirect you as well. Boonky, what's the problem? This frenemies idea is lame and redundant. Why? Because there are more B sector CCs who don't drag kids or docs than CCs who do. People only highlighting those who do. I, Black Girls Code, I think, like, honestly, if I had to like use an educated guess, unfortunately, I think in the frenemy sector, people are going to start pushing that envelope because right now people do think that it's B sector just named, just named something else. Because if you go from channel to channel in the B sector, what's going to be the difference? But I don't know. We'll see. It's like some people are given second chances or third chances. Some people can't go and interview somewhere that has an issue with Bizarro. I don't know. But honestly, I think that it'll turn into the same mess. And the reason why I say that is a lot of people have branded themselves as messy, for example. Like, I'm used to Pizarro screaming and hollering and using the cuss words and dragging people and doing this and that. And if she has to adjust and reinvent herself as an entertainer, how's that going to be? Like, I know that people are looking at Ness like, hey, she found God and she's going to bring the content a different way. Now, are people going to miss the Ness that jumps on a panel, cusses everybody out, pisses on the floor before she leaves and gets on? Yeah, they are. So I'm really going to look at that because Black Girls Code, once once something becomes a competition, people are willing to do anything to win. So it'll be very, very interesting to see that happen. But thank you so much for your comment. Black Girls Code is by far one of the most opinionated people in the chats. So I do appreciate your comments. Some are for me, some are against me, but even though either way, it definitely gets me thinking, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna do an outro song or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. And as I said, like, we're going over to Pizarro's, but I am gonna remind Pizarro that RNY is going live at 5:30. I don't know if that might push to 6, not quite sure. We'll figure that out. But all right. I'll see you at Pizarro's. I'm out.